Yeah, you should be able to see it. The whole thing. Okay, so this is our game. This is where we left off last time. It's called Tiny Game 1, as you can see. We created a map. It's called the Valley, and we've actually built quite a bit. There it is.
Chaton is almost no uses.
What was that?
Dunbrain47 said, "Hi, Haunted."
Yeah, cartoon has almost 0 uses. Oh, yeah, you can see that, can't you? Oh, there's 8-Bit Haunted. Hey, 8-Bit.
Hey, 8-Bit.
8-Bit. Guten Abend, 8-Bit. We are developing a game, 8-Bit Haunted. This is it. These are the cubes. Actually, my audience selected the colors. Yeah, I like those colors. I like the contrast between the weird, what is that? What color did we choose? That's something, oh, amber. It's supposed to remind you of amber. Now, if we get close to this, look, you can see the actual divots and the dimples. That is really nice. And then you can see the metal surface. You can see how it's not perfect. Yeah, that is really cool. And then we have a huge number of these rocks. As we get closer and closer, look at the detail on those rocks. But then with no noticeable impact, I mean, we're still at 60 frames per second. No matter what, now we're looking at over 200 of those models. I mean, it's the same model, but we're looking at over. They'd normally have there'd be like over 100 million polygons, but we're using nanite, which renders only the polygons that are visually perceptible. So if we turn on the nanite viewer, you'll see exactly what I mean. There, see? There's really not that many triangles. There's maybe 5 million triangles on the screen right now. I mean, you can turn on, you can find out exactly how many. It's probably like 5 million, maybe, if that. But each of these rocks have over 5 million triangles. So how's that possible? Well, it's only rendering what we can visually perceive. As we get closer, it keeps drawing more triangles. We also used to call this tessellation, but Unreal Engine calls it nanite. Nanite. See? The closer I get, the more, and then the farther away I get, it removes some of the polygons because they're not needed. We just can't see all those polygons. Yeah, that's a really cool concept. And we've got nanite. Oh, it's always cold in your room. And I accidentally did this, but that's okay. We'll deal with that later. Okay, now let's open the tutorial, and through that we will continue. Let's open a new window. Let's see, first. Yeah, there it is. Ding, first. And pop-a-diddy, but fucking boring. Okay.
Herr Miltenschild Said, ghosts have the ability to reduce
Hi,
temperature.
my name is
in
Andreas,
interiors.
and in this
Oh,
video
yeah.
I will show you how to start creating a small game from scratch in Unreal Engine 5.
So remember
we will use
this.
some of the latest
Okay.
features, but
So we
also
rattled through
Here we go.
this.
This is our plastic
We did
different
this.
classes, but we start with
Yeah,
an
we did this.
air
See?
blend node. In
We did
now
this.
into our
Dunbrain47
alpha
said,
log, we
"Oh,
can
hi,
look
Andreas."
between those two values with the grayscale. So, and when
Yeah,
previewing this,
that is Andreas, and he is
so
German, by the way.
minutes, and it's around 140 megabyte big in the
And
controller.
Yeah,
your
we-
name is Haunted.
There, we
With this
imported
done,
the
We
rock.
can drag our rock into the level. Switching landscape and use up.
Yeah, we've done that. See, we
Then we can
created
see it's
our.
okay for
Remember, we
us,
had that
now
problem, and
to
then we
do
solved
this.
it by
We can
following
use
his
a little trick
tutorial.
here. So assets, but we don't.
And now we,
Here,
and then we
have
duplicated the
now
rock. There
a lot
we
of
go.
nanite rocks with 6 million triangle count
See.
in this scene, and I think that's good. When we now change the view mode to nanite visualization, you can see
He's
high
doing
density
exactly what I
triangles,
just
but
showed you a
there's
second
no
ago.
noticeable impact on my performance.
See,
So,
no
yeah,
noticeable
that's,
impact.
where we
Just
are.
what I said.
Let's get rid of the rock we placed at the beginning and go back to the crate
Hallo,
I
Herr
did.
by
Andreas. Wie
opening
geht's?
up the static mesh.
Okay, let's open up the static mesh for the crate. Okay. Oh, hello, Herr Andreas. Wie geht's? Yeah, right. And then his entire Windows interface is in German. The Unreal Engine Luckily, he kept it in English. That would have been annoying if all of this stuff was in German. But you'll see that when he goes into Windows, like he opens something up, the buttons are in German. Okay, so he said, open up the static mesh crate. We shall do that. Let's just do what he says. Sometimes you just gotta do what they say. And stop bitching. Okay. Yeah, there's our game. Okay, so let's open up the crate, static mesh crate. And it would be under props. There it is. Okay. So he said open it up. Okay, it's open. Now what?
Because there we can check nanite and hit apply. This
So
doesn't have
now
much
we're going
polygons,
to
but
apply the nanite technology to this. There it is. And then apply. Well, we don't really have an apply. Does he have apply? No, save. Why did he say apply? Okay. There it is. Now we have nanite.
But as nanite is a general optimization, we can profit from it. Matt goes deeper in his video about conversion.
Yeah, see, now let's take a look at our cubes with the nanite technology enabled. We have to save all first. Okay, here is nanite. It's not, okay, nanite is not.
8_bit haunted said, the cold affects my joints when it stings having arthritis.
Oh, I see. Okay, now why is this not working? Reimport base mesh. I did that. There is no apply button, you liar. The hell? Static mesh crate. Would you like to apply level of detail changes to SM crate? Yes. Why didn't it work the first time then? This doesn't, see, so now it's redoing. See what it's doing? Look down here. It's redoing the shaders because it's nanite. There. Okay, now let's look at the triangles and you'll see what I'm talking about. Just like on the rocks. Now look, now nanite is working on the cubes. As we get closer and closer, it draws more. And then as we pull away, it draws less. See? I mean, it's not a big visualization for the cube because it doesn't have as many polygons. Not like these rocks. Look at all those. And then notice there's no nanite on the mountains that we created. See? It's more like a mesh, more like a landscape mesh that doesn't get nanite. Okay, so let's keep going.
From UE4 to UE5, as does Chris Murphy in his guided tour. Let's add a bit more vegetation. I'm using the assets from the nice sample project
Elder
Stacklebot,
Colvey
but
has
this
said,
time
"Can
we
you
want
hear
to
Andres
migrate
okay?"
the trees and the fern from this project to ours. We do so by selecting the assets we want, do a right click, go to asset action and then migrate.
Okay,
We want to UE5.
so we're going to start building vegetation now.
47 said yes.
A bit more.
Okay, so here's the trick. We're not going to build vegetation from scratch. We are going to import it from a different project. Okay, now watch.
For vegetation. I'm using the assets from the nice sample project Stacklebot.
Yeah, Stacklebot is the other project. You have to download that Unreal Engine project. Okay, I'll show you where it is. And this is for anyone who thinks they can't find it. He doesn't mention it too much in the video, but it is a link in that page where the video is. So you just have to go into library. No, you have to go into store. No, you go into Unreal Engine actually. And go to marketplace. I said you go into marketplace. Boy, are you freaking kidding me? There's Stacklebot. There's Stacklebot right there. There it is. You have to create project. See? So I've already created it. That's why. See? but it'll be like download or, create project. And then from there, it will download it into by default, it downloads it to your documents folder. And then from there, it's Unreal projects. And then you'll see StackoBot. It downloaded it. But you have to unzip something. Okay, see there. Then you go into content. This is zipped. You have to unzip this. See this right there? He doesn't mention it, but you have to unzip this into a folder. And you can see it right here. This is what you get after you unzip it. It'll be a folder. From that folder, you'll have character, environment, landscape, and props. Those are what you need. And you'll see it as he mentions it in the video next. Whoops, there.
This time we want to migrate the trees and the fern from this project to ours.
So that's what do you see the trees? And there's also ferns on the ground. That's what we're migrating. Okay.
We do so by selecting the assets we want, right?
See, he assumes you went. We'll find it. I'll show you. See, so you have to do those first. You have to download. You have to find it in the Unreal Marketplace. Create the project by downloading it, and then unzip that zip file, and then you have to just point to it in here. God damn it! Where's my frickin'? Oh, there it is. Okay. So now, Tiny Game 1. How did he do that? Splash, StackoBot. How did he do that?
Dunbrain47 said, all the tabs to Alt
This
tab.
time we want to migrate the trees and the fern from this project to ours.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Alt tab. Yeah, you can see all of them. Should be able to see it just fine. I mean, I hope you can see everything. Okay, so what is going on here? Let's actually close this to make it easier. So this is something else he doesn't mention.
We do so by selecting the assets we want.
Okay, so he has this whole StackoBot. I think we have to add it. This is something he didn't tell you to do. See? So we have to add. Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Import assets from files to the currently selected folder. Now, what I want to do, add a collection. That's how you do it. Local collection. Got it. Okay, StackoBot. I can't believe, it may not contain.
Andreas up to him and forgot to tell you counter.
Wait a minute. No, that's not how we did it. Yeah. So, well, it's 3 so far.
Elder Colvey House said, 3 so far.
There's more. There's more coming, but yeah. Okay, so Winder, I don't know. Open project. Content drawer. He never shows how he got those in there. Back to new collection. Okay, I didn't want it that way. Delete. How do you get this into this? Maybe, no, you can't drag it. I mean, that's the folder. I just don't know how to get it in there. Add. No path is selected as an add target. Oh, look, here it is right here, though. Well, no, because I added that. No, actually, there it is right there. That should be it. No. Well, I give up. Yeah, he definitely did not show us. Okay, so anyway, let's just add it. So we'll add it as a collection maybe. Local collection, stack bot. Just in case, or maybe we could just do it this way. Tiny game 1. Yeah, I don't remember how he did it last time. See, it's easy for him because he said Stackobot. Wait a minute. You have to open it up. You have to open it up as a second Unreal Engine project. I see why. Okay. So we're going to open up Unreal Engine a second time.
Elder Colvey House said, you have to open up another Unreal Engine.
Downbrain47 said, noted.
Okay, now we're going to open the project Stackobot. There it is right there. See, it knows because anything in your projects folder will show up here. Now, this might take a little while. The first time you open this, it takes a long time to open because it has to compile all of the models onto your local cache for the first time. So you can see it's taking a little while. I mean, this was a lot quicker to see. This is another sandbox game. See what they're doing? It's kind of cool, huh? Whoa, what is this? We want this tree and we want the ferns. We want, see? Tree and ferns. Okay, so now we're going to open this up, and there it is. Those are the two things that we want right there. Okay, now what does he say? How do we get it in here?
Do a right click, go to Asset Action, and then Migrate.
Migrate, okay. Asset Action, Migrate, he calls it. Okay, great. The following assets will be migrated. No.
We will be
yes.
presented with a list of all asset references that we want all. Now we need to choose the content folder.
Okay, and then you have to choose.
So create the tree assets for the assets we want. Do a right click, go to Asset Action, and then Migrate.
Yeah, it's like Autumn Palms.
We
Yeah.
will be presented with a list of all asset references that we.
See, now we're just going to click content. Okay, we have to do it right into content. It says Ordner auswählen. Auswählen. Ordner auswählen. You see that button? Okay, so yeah, we're going to put it right into content. All right. Okay. And now, tiny game content. Yep, we're just going to put it right in here. Shoop. Content migration completed. Yay. So now we can turn off Stackobot because I don't think we're going to use this again. Yeah, I want to shut that one down. Okay.
We need to choose the content folder to our target project and migrate. Here.
Okay. Now let's see if we've got it. It should have imported it into, there it is. Stackobot. Environment. Foliage and materials.
We are back and we have now a new folder with a hierarchy from our source project.
Yep, foliage, materials. There it is, see? Materials. And wait a minute.
This static mesh foliage.
No. Yes. I see. I see it's under foliage. Okay.
Project.
Yeah, foliage. And then we'll...
This static mesh foliage we can now add in our foliage tool.
Yeah.
We want a slightly smaller scale in this level, but we keep the density.
Okay, so we're going to paint these on. Okay, so now we can go into foliage. See how we have the rock already. We have the rock in our paintable surfaces, but we're going to add more foliage, and there they are, just like you said. So now we're going to do a foliage type, that's the fern, okay? So we click that. Now, what did he say? He's changing it a little
We
bit.
want a slightly smaller scale in this level, but we keep the density.
I can't see that. I think we need a higher resolution. Yeah, there we go.
And now we want a slightly smaller scale in this level, but we keep the density.
So density
Now
is 4.
we can select them in blueprints.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Where were
Override
we?
other values or do non-uniform scales, but let's keep it simple for now. We paint them
There.
density. We want a slightly smaller
Okay,
scale
4.
in this level, but we keep the density.
0.4 and 0.6. Okay, we're going to change that a little bit. So the density, oh, let's add some ferns. Yeah, we'll make it like 6. Okay, and then he said 0.4 to 0.6. Let's do 0.1 to 0.7, just to give it more variety. So see, it's going to change. And watch what happens when we start painting. So we're going to paint, but let's not go ape shit. Let's do the brush size should be a little smaller. And then the paint density should be about 7 or 8. And then the erase density is, I thought we had like a brush fall off, but we don't, I don't see it. Where's our fall off? Did he set radius? SM bush foliage type.
We want a slightly smaller scale in this level, but we keep...
I don't know what radius is here. What is it? The minimum distance between foliage instances. Well, I don't know. 1. Okay, let's paint a few and see what happens. Ah, yeah. See, we're just painting those ferns in our map. Let's not paint too many in the grass. Let's put a few over here. Pretend like they thrive off of the rock, you know, the foothills. Yeah. Now I want to erase, so I think that's Shift. Yep, there, I erased those. And then, now I'll erase that one too. Now let's add just a few. See? Doot, 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 doot. There we go. Looks good. Okay, and then we'll add more around the rocks. Doot, 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 doot. I'm painting foliage. Doot, 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 doot. Isn't it a lovely day to paint foliage? There. And maybe a few over here. Huh, they won't paint. Oh yeah, they are. You just can't see them. Oh, they're being hidden. They're being occluded by the... Okay, that doesn't look right. Yeah, you have to be careful of that. Sometimes if you paint something, if it doesn't put it in the right place, it's better to just remove it. There we go. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, these actually are blockers too. They have a hitbox, so it will, you know, it'll stop your character from moving. So I don't want to put too many of those. Yeah, I'll put one over here though. Yeah, there's a few. There. Oh, why not? A few over here. Just a few over there and one over there. It's amazing. Okay.
the density. And now we can select them and easily paint them onto our landscape.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some more here, just to give it a little bit more color.
Yeah.
And we can do the same with the trees.
Okay, now we're going to do the trees.
Here as well, we want a little bit smaller trees.
Mm-hmm.
And as with a fern, we can just paint a bit in here. And until we have some nice
density
trees.
1 and the scale is 0.5 to 1. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to... There's the trees. Okay, now the radius... It's funny how he doesn't even have radius. Oh, he does. I was looking at the top there. Okay, so density is 1. The scale the scale is 1 to 3. Well, let's just see what this looks like. If we paint a tree on here, what's it going to look like? Well, come on, tree. Where's a frickin' tree? Wait. Yeah, we still had that. Oh, you actually have to click that and remove it. Okay. Oh, that's a big tree. Yeah, okay, let's not do that. What did he say? 0.5 to 0.1. Okay, so let's change that. 0.2 to 2. Okay, now let's see what happens when we paint. And then now we can change the brush size to bigger, but the paint density. Okay, let's go. I want to put some trees, like around here. See, so it's not totally blocking. There's some good. Yeah. Let's put one here, one here. There. There we go. We've got trees. And let's put like a tree here.
Dunbrain47 said,
Yeah.
UE5 uses what unit of length to measure? I assume metric.
Elder Colvey House said, yeah, you can change it to anything though.
Yeah, now the trick is, if you're building assets in another 3D modeler like Blender, a lot of people will use Blender along with Unreal Engine. So if you're doing that, you have to make sure that the units of measurement line, they have to, especially when you import them, you can do a conversion if you need to, but it's best to make sure that your units of measurement are the same. You don't want to import stuff in a different unit of measurement. That's a nightmare waiting to happen. Okay, how does this look, guys? Does it look good? Looks good to me. Why don't we just get a couple more trees over here? Wah! Okay, there. I think we're good. Whoops, I didn't want one right in the middle, but kind of like, yeah, like this. Okay, I think we're good. We don't have to go overboard. That looks good. And then maybe, oh yeah, we got some trees over here, smaller trees. Now let's get a really, I know what we can do. Now watch this. Let's put one huge tree on the map. Just, whoa! And that's our only big tree. That's like, it's like the Elden Ring tree. Yeah, cool. Okay, because we can, right? We can do whatever we want. Okay, now let's keep listening to him.
Our little valley.
See what he's doing the same
with
thing
the
we
fern and
are.
the trees, this begins to look like a very lovely scene.
Herr
But
Milkenschilzer
now
eat
let's
elder
switch
tree.
gears and begin with the gameplay.
Okay, gameplay framework. Time for the
Switch
gameplay
gears
framework.
and begin with the gameplay.
Ta-da!
Before we start, let's press play and see what happens.
Okay.
So, besides our crates falling to the ground, we can find some yellow-colored actors in our outliner. Many of them are default actors that get automatically spawned. Like, for example, the game mode, or the pawn, or the player controller. So, those three we want to replace with our own.
Okay, now before we go any further, let's just do what he said. Let's take a look at, back to the regular mode, select mode. Yeah, let's just press play, and then we should see our cubes fall to the ground just like his did. Okay, here we go. Boop, clunk. Oh, so that's our game so far, but there's not much to the game, is there? If that's all we do. So let's get out of the game. Good. See, if you press play, that's the same as starting the game. Boop. See, now the game has started. And the game has ended because I just got out of it. Okay, so you hear what he said. Oh yeah, let's take a look at those actors. Make sure that we have the same stuff. Oh, we need the outliner. Where's the outliner? See, I just closed it, so I don't know how to get it back up there. Oh, wonderful. Oh, there it is, outliner. There's what he was talking about. See, we're in the game mode, and there's all those actors. See, the camera actor, default pawn, player controller. Those are the things he said that we're going to replace. And let's just make sure what it was.
So, or the pawn or the player controller. So those three we want to replace with our own. In the project settings.
Okay, we're going to go into project settings. Let's get out of the game mode. Yeah, you don't want to have the game running while you're developing it. For obvious reasons. Okay, now we're in project settings.
Game modes.
Okay,
we
maps
find
and
the
modes.
default game mode base, which defines what classes are spawned. Also, the startup maps are defined here, so let's.
Oh yeah, we have to switch it to Valley. Okay. Okay. Maps and modes. Oh, I already switched it to Valley. Good. So this is what he's talking about. You know, there's a default pawn class. These are all the same for now, but you have to switch the startup map. You know, when the game starts, you know, the beginning of the game, we want it to automatically start with our Valley map.
Already. And now we want to make an own game mode, an own pawn, and an own player control.
Okay, so we're going to do those three now.
So let's create a new folder and name that one Framework.
Framework.
In there, we want to create a new blueprint class.
Framework. Okay, that's easy enough. So we get out of here, there's nothing to save. It's automatically saved whenever you change something. So we're going to keep things organized by creating another folder in our content folder called Framework. See, let's keep it organized, shall we? Right?
Worked only with an actor before, but blueprints can be made out of many different classes.
Right.
When we open up an actor in our classes, you will find that our crate is a child of an actor.
Yeah, so if we were to create a new blueprint and kind of follow what he said, well, how do we follow what he said? I think oh, I see. Yeah, then you have to open up actor. Yeah, there it is. See, like BP crate is an actor. So it's a child of the overall actor class. Every object is an actor. That's just how Unreal Engine works.
Elder Colvey House said, slots 500.
In a moment, I'm going to get more coffee, and that'll be your cue to get coffee. I find that our crate is a child of an actor.
And the character is a child of a pawn, which means they inherit functionality from their parent. But
yes,
based on the game mode base, and name this one BP game mode for now.
Okay, game mode. So that we're going to actually create a game mode blueprint. Think of the blueprints as like a master blueprint. It's like a master blueprint that you can use on multiple actors or multiple assets. Okay, so we want to call this BP game
slots 250.
mode. And BP always stands for blueprint. So all of our blueprints, or I think all of them, will be in the framework.
Points into Battle Royale.
Oh, there's the Battle Royale. Yeah, this is a good time to shart and fart. Give me a second. Sharting and farting. Well, let me show you the creamer I'm using tonight. Are you ready, guys? This creamer is really good for game development. Irish cream. Oh yeah. It's in reverse, I know. So it's Carolan's.
Nice.
Carolan's Irish cream. So let's dump some of this booze into my coffee. And I've made a whole carafe of coffee. I think I'm going to have to drink this.
Elder Colvey House said, stand by, nuking coffee.
Herr Milkenschirr Said Fußkaffeefer.
Fußkaffee! Fußkaffee. That sounds more appetizing than the Klingon version. Fußkaffee. Patach. Yeah, that's nice and creamy. Yeah. Fresh coffee. Okay, so we got our blueprint game mode. Okay.
Next, we need a character.
Yes.
A character is based on a pawn and comes with built-in functionality we will use. We will name this one BP Bot.
BP Bot. Okay. Our character that you're going to control is a cute little bot. And we haven't imported him yet, but we will. Okay, so see blueprint. Did he say character or pawn? It's a type of pawn that includes the ability to walk around. Okay, there it is.
Dunbring 47 said, congrats, Milch.
Bot. Oh, he won. Isn't he the one who called the Battle Royale?
Wait a minute. Didn't he order the battle? Rigged?
Everything's
How
rigged.
convenient.
Yeah, suspiciously
TN
convenient,
Storm.
Mr. Milkman. Oh, I thought I would check. Mr. Milkman, show us the weather there right now. It's after midnight. I mean, it's well after midnight where Mr. Milkman is. He's in Serbia. I'd love to see the weather. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be cool. Of course it's going to be cool. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Or actually, even past 1 o'clock. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. It's so late. Dang it. Okay, so now we have a BP bot.
So imagine this being the body that runs around in our scene, but we also need a brain. In Unreal terms, that is the controller.
Okay. There's a controller. This is sort of like a model view controller system. You know, this is common in engineering, but in this case, I think we'll focus on like model controller. There's a model, but then there has to be a controller, which is a logic that actually runs it.
Serbia.
So see what he's doing? He's creating
We will need a player controller,
player controller. Okay. And what do we call it?
but we will also look into an AI controller later.
Ooh.
We name this simple one BP player controller.
BP player controller. Okay. So blueprint, player controller, ding, and BP player. Yeah, check. Player controller. Good.
Now we have to tie all the three things together and
51
add it to our
degrees.
level. When we open up the game mode, you can see it looks like a normal actor blueprint.
Oh, that looks... What in the hell is that? Okay, BP game mode. Let's open it up. Oh. Well, I got... Whoops. Oh my god, what have I done? I just ruined
Dunbring
everything.
47 said,
I just
weather
ruined
New York
everything.
City, New York.
It is mostly cloudy at 58. Ooh. Yeah, it's sunny here in Cupertino. It's very sunny. Okay. Can you tell I'm really excited about game development? I haven't been this excited in a long time about gaming because now we're actually building stuff. I'm to the point where I'm more excited about learning this stuff quickly so I can start building my games. Whenever I'm in a game, I'm starting to think, I could be building my own game right now. And it's happening like every time I'm in a game now.
We could even have logic here the game should take care of. But we will only override some default classes here. First, let's add our player controller here. So instead of the default one, we want to use our BP player.
Okay. So see, we're in the game mode blueprint, and there's the player controller class. Currently it's the default, and there's the one that we just created. So there it is. See, we just literally created that just a few minutes ago.
It also spawns the default pawn class, and our BP bot is a character
And
that's
that's going
based
to
on
be
the
our
pawn, so we
BP
can-
bot. Okay, so default pawn class instead of that. Yeah, that's a little better. Default pawn is now BP bot. We haven't actually built this out yet, but my light is flickering over there. We have shitty electricity here. Yeah, it's not even grounded.
add that here. So let's save that and close it.
Okay. Save. Well, compile. Remember, you have to compile things and then save it. This is all done in C++. So that's why you have to compile and then save and then you close it. So it's when you're in a blueprint or in a lot of other assets, just compile and then save. Okay.
Now we have to tell our game to use our own game mode. We could add it to the specifics of this level in the world settings if we would have different game modes for different maps, but here we just want to add it as a default for all maps, so we go to the project settings. And here
Good idea.
you can see there's a BP bot.
Okay, and he's in maps and modes. Okay, so we go back into project settings, maps and modes, and let's switch to BP game mode. And because we're now using that, this is what we had just set inside the blueprint, the game mode blueprint. See? So BP bot, BP player controller. We've got it. We've got it. Our game, it's got
Define
it.
where our character should be spawned in the world. We use the player start actor. The game mode will use it automatically when it's in the scene.
I
This
see.
blue arrow shows us the direction the character will be orientated when spawned. When we use
Okay, let's not let him get too far ahead of us. So we're going to do basic player start. Boom, there it is. This is where the player starts when you press play, or when the game starts.
the end key, it will be placed on the ground.
Clunk.
So let's
Okay.
find a nice spot to start from.
Okay, so the first thing we do is maybe look around. I would probably want the player to start, maybe here. Yeah, maybe here, like on the rock a little bit too. So, yeah, this is 3D. You can grab all of them or just one of them at a time. You don't have to do it this way. You'll get used to this over time. It's a little clunky at first, but I'm getting used to it. Okay, and then you can see, he'll spawn right on this, right there. So now we press end, clunk, there, and it just dropped to the base of that rock. There it is. Okay, there's ours. However, you see how he's going to be pointing this way. I want him to be pointing the other way. So there's the rotate feature. Whee! Good. That's what I wanted.
When we now hit play, we will find ourselves at that location.
Yeah, and you can test and make sure that that's correct. See, so here's our map. Now let's press play. Is that exactly what we wanted or what? See, but look, now we can't move because we actually have a player start location. So we need a controller. We need to build out the controller now.
With this button, we can detach from the player controller to get back to the editor controls while the game is even running.
Oh! Okay, so the game's running, but we can go back to navigation mode like this, even though the game is still running. See, the game's still running. And hey, bot, or hey, box. Hey, cues. Okay, got it.
And when we now look in the outliner, we can find our BP bot and other blueprints we made. So now we have our basics set up and can move to the camera.
Camera is next. Yeah, we're going to be doing third-person
Elder
camera.
Colvey House said, camera's next. We're doing third-person camera now.
We can have the camera in many different places, like in the controller,
Mm-hmm.
but we will add it to the bot itself. When we
Oh.
open up the character and take a look in the viewport, we will find different components, like the capsule for collision and movement, or the arrow component.
Okay, let's open it up just so we're following him. Open it up, motherfucker. Yeah, compile.
Stubenubin said, lurk.
Hey, Havan Stubenubin.
Got asleep, but going to say G.
Okay.
David, check out David's new post. Drool.
Yeah, you'll have to
47
check it out on Instagram.
I will.
David Lade's post. I cannot stop. Yeah, can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about him. Okay. Your first. No, not your first. Yes, your first.
Leanna's always low.
Lena's always, yeah, it's ridiculous. He can eat, well, he struggles to get his calories in. I don't know how that's even possible, but he can eat anything and he'll be that lean for the next 20 years.
Wanna see him compete or bulk?
He won't compete.
We won't compete.
I mean, he won't compete. He's not interested in it. Okay. He's already the god of aesthetics. He's already the fitness god of Instagram. He doesn't need to like push himself to do so. He doesn't even like competing. He likes supporting his friends who are competing, but that's as far as it goes. Okay. So
That shows us a forward direction. And
He's
then
got
there is a
enough
skeletal
mass
mesh
to not
component
bulk
that
as
we
well
will
to
use
be
later.
low.
And
I see.
the character movement component that will help us move this character around.
Okay, so see, we have it. We have the arrow component, which is the direction that he faces. And there's the mesh. Just like he was saying. That's going to be our character model. So we're going to put a bot in here in a little bit. And then the character movement system, that's what, we need to build that out so we can bind keys to actual movement. Okay.
And has a lot of values we can tweak. Let's make the capsule not hiding in games so we can see it when playing.
Aha. Okay, so capsule. We do not want it to be hidden. Rendering. We have to go down to rendering. Hidden in game. Yeah, it's not hidden. Okay, compile, save.
When we now press play and
Okay, when we now press play and save all, now press play. See, yeah, now we're inside that capsule. Now you can see it, see? Yeah, he's got enough mass to not bulk as well. Yeah, he does. Oh yeah, he's got tons of mass. Like every single muscle is like perfect separation. He doesn't have the biggest legs. He does have nice legs, but they're not particularly thick and bulky. And he doesn't have a huge quad sweep. He can fake it, but his legs are a little on the to be desired side, according to his own videos.
detach, we can see the
See,
capsule.
yeah.
Visibility is not great in the video, but it will serve the purpose for now. Let's stop
No
and go
Naruto
back to our
legs, but
character.
extremely strong.
Yeah, very
All
strong.
The game, we don't want to look through his eyes, but we want an old camera that's looking from top down.
Oh,
To do that, we will add a component called Spring Arm.
spring arm. It's sort of like a boom. There's like a camera attached to a boom, which always follows the character. So let's add spring arm.
You might have bigger legs, TBF.
Elder Colvey House said, I think mine are the same yet. But Charter OFC haha.
Yeah, a little shorter. a little short. I mean, he does have long legs. He also has a long torso. He's got long legs, long torso. But my legs are only like maybe 1 inch shorter than his.
Bigger calves, but quads would be close.
Yeah, and then like your oh yeah, my calves are bigger.
Yeah, haha, calves defo bigger.
And then your torso is probably wider than his.
Your torso is probably wider than his actually.
Yeah, like your shoulder. I don't know. Based on your pictures, you're either the same shoulder length as him, but you have more. You definitely have a little more mass. Maybe you don't have the definition that he has, but that's just a matter of...
Probably I'm 30-inch waist.
Oh, you're 30-inch? Yeah, so am I, actually.
Haha, so am I.
Yeah, even when bloated, I'm 30 inches. Okay, so we're going to create a spring arm. Well, maybe if I spell it right. There it is. Spring arm. And this is going to attach a camera boom to the character.
That will give us some neat options.
Yeah,
We could
yeah.
rotate it or scale the arm lengths, but before we do, let's attach a camera to the spring arm. And now, after that, when we select
Oh, I
the
got a
spring
nice
arm
pump with my
again
personal
and change
trainer's
the
push test
rotation,
today.
we will see that the camera will follow.
See what
Then
we're doing?
we
We're
can
attaching
change
a
the rotation.
boom.
Now, after that, when we select the spring arm again and
Camera. See where, and then we're going to attach a camera to the spring arm. Ding! There it is.
change the rotation, we
But how
will
did he-
after that, when we select the spring
Let's go,
arm
your
again
shoulders
and
are
Aha.
looking defined.
Yes, yes, they are. They are getting there. You can't see it as well because the sun's going down. Well, let's see. Maybe you can. Yeah, we did some shoulders today. We did shoulders yesterday too. Oh yeah, we did chest and some lateral work today. We did a push and pull upper body today. In fact, did you hear that? My wrist is acting up and it's just going nuts. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so what did he do?
change the rotation, we will see that the camera will follow.
He changed it to 50.
Then we want to move it out a bit, so we increase our arm length. Now the camera is
Okay, 50
With
into...
legs myself got chest and back tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll hit it. I'm so glad that you're staying motivated. It's easy to lose a little It's easy to lose motivation in the winter, but make it become a lifestyle. Well, I think you already have the lifestyle down. You know, we have to make sure it's a lifestyle and not just a seasonal thing, right? It's okay to use winter as bulking season as long as it's still a lifestyle. Fitness has to be a lifestyle. Okay, so 50 degrees. Whoops! Oh my freaking God! What are we doing here? That's too far up. Let's switch it to -20 or -25. See, I think that should look better. And then we have to increase the arm length all the way to. He said 2,000. Let's do 1,500. Whoops. Yeah.
as above the character looking down. Let's select
Jess
the camera and
just got
change
a
the
new
field of view of
routine
the
those
camera. We do
weeks and I'm
45
having the most
degrees for
fun I've
now.
had lifting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, make sure you're changing it up every couple weeks too. You can do the same thing for like 2 weeks in a row, but then of course definitely switch it up. We are switching it up every single time. We're doing a different kind of workout every time I have another session. Yeah, it is really, really effective. Okay, so we do 45 degrees for now. We're changing the default field of view of the camera. So we have to go into camera now.
I'm progressive overloading every time.
Good. Yep. Progressive overload. We're actually getting into that. We will get into
segundos on shoulders possibly by end of the year for me.
Elder Colvehouse said, we will get into prog overload, but for now it's mainly perfect form, which is helping tremendously. I was doing everything wrong.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, there's so many technical issues, and he's fixing all of them. And every time we fix even one issue, it's like night and day.
To get a little bit of an isometric look.
Okay, to get a bit of an isometric look. I don't want too much of an isometric look, so let's do 60 degrees. Okay.
The spring arm has some more handy features. It could check for collision to adjust the camera, but we don't want that here. So
okay, do a collision test.
Say.
See, it'll make the camera an actual object that will collide with things to make it move around. Is he making it simpler though? Well, no, harder.
Well, not harder, but much more effective.
I mean, not simpler, but much more effective. I mean, a little harder. It is harder. Yes. Now, what did he do?
Check for collision.
Oh yeah, do collision test. Camera collision.
No, you mean like so your form is down all the time.
Do a collision test on... You have to do the collision test on the spring arm and not the camera. Okay, got it. Got it.
To adjust the camera, but we don't want that here, so we disable that. Let's save and check out how this looks in-game.
Yeah, see, and we can check it out right now. So we compile, save, switch back to the valley, save all, and let's start the game and see what happens. Okay. Not bad. Except those trees are in the way. If we're going to be there, those trees have got to go. Got to go. So we go into landscape mode, paint.
Can't wait for you to hit 225 squat or bench.
Oh yeah, we're going to get there. Yeah, we're starting to add strength training next week, I think. Where are paint? So how do I... Wait a minute. Something's wrong here. Didn't we add these brushes earlier? We're in landscape mode, and I'm painting... I forgot how to do it. See? Smooth, flatten, sculpt. No, we're not sculpting. We're... Okay. Where are my three... Oh, foliage, not landscape. Okay, foliage. I remember it's shift, ding, there. It's shift click to remove stuff. But we just removed these, so now we should put, yeah, I have it set wrong again. Okay, let's switch it back to, remember I did 4, 6, let's do 0.4 to 1. Good. And ding. Oh, no. 0.4, 0.7 to 1.3. Actually, the 2. Yeah, because these are back here, so it's actually okay. One more. Come on. Wait, isn't that going to conflict again? There we go. Yeah, okay, there. See, we solved that problem. So now back to select, and now we press play, and this is what it looks like when we first start the game, and that looks good. Yeah, looking good. I'm actually going to decrease the spring arm even more. Where's that spring arm length?
Dunbrain47 said,
Spring
like
arm.
how the stream avatars are freezing up while editing the map.
Oh, are they?
Elder Colvehouse said, are they?
Like the stream avatars are totally freezing up? Well, I did give Unreal Engine 5 full priority, so it might be deprioritizing the stream avatars, which I guess is okay. But are they totally freezing up? Okay, where is our distance? You know, oh, there, target arm length. How about 1,000? Okay, now we compile, save all, and now press play. Yeah, this is more what I was looking for. Okay, perfect, see, because our bot is going to go inside that capsule. So that looks like a really good setup. Okay, let's do it. Now let's continue. See, you don't have to do it exactly like he's doing it.
Awesome, this is actually what we are looking for. So next, let's do some movement.
Stuttering when you press play, for example.
Again, there are several ways to do that. In our case, we want to implement the input the player is giving to the player controller we made. Remember, the controller is a brain controlling our body, which is our body. As this is our first, remember, in our case, we want to implement the input the player is giving to the player controller we made. Remember, the controller is a brain controlling our body, which is our body.
Yes, so you see what we're doing now? We're actually going to build the player controller, which will then control the player, or the bot, you know, the character, the main character.
As this is
okay, let's look at the event graph. It gives us two starter nodes. It's event begin play and then event tick. This node is disabled and will not be called. Okay.
This is our first real logic. Let's briefly talk about this event. Here's a begin play and a tick event. There's actually more. For example, a destroyed event. This is basically the parts every actor goes through in his lifetime. Begin play when he's spawned, tick is updating while he's in the world, and destroyed when he's removed. But we don't need that one.
Yeah, we don't need a destroyed.
Now we use print string to display some text on screen. It's one of my most used nodes. First, let's hook it up.
This is essentially a debugging text that you can put on the screen anytime for any reason. So
play and see what it does.
Okay, so let's add print string, and then we'll say oh sharp. Okay, and then compile, save, and then if we press play, look over here. See, it only lasts for a second. However, you can change that if you want. I mean, you can change anything. See, look, text color, duration, here, 10 seconds. See, I can do anything I want. There it is. Now you can see O sharp up here. See? And it'll stay there for 10 seconds and then it will go away. I said it will go away. Yeah, there it goes. Okay, good.
So when we press play, you will see in the upper left corner printed hello. Let's do it again in case you missed it. Here it is. So let's go back, stop it here, and then hook this up to tick.
To tick. So instead of this, we're going to move it over to tick. Oh shit. Ding, click. I still don't know how to delete the connections yet. Ding, ding. Okay, now what?
So when we now hit play, you will see it's printed rapidly every tick.
Yes. That's what we'd expect because it's checking for player input. There, see? Oh, shard, oh, shard, oh, shard, oh, shard.
Elder Colvehouse said, many shards.
Okay. Let's stop the game.
For that reason, you want to be thoughtful what you do here. Complex things on tick will have an impact. But we want to move our character every tick. As this is a controller and not the character itself, we need to get access to our character. The controller knows what it's controlling, so we
Get controlled pawn. That's how, see, so we're now attaching that node to this. Get controlled pawn. There it is. Okay, get controlled pawn. You know, maybe I should do it exactly the way that he does it. So let's actually do it like this. There. Get controlled pawn. Oh, let's turn context sensitive off. Yeah. Get controlled pawn. There. That's not what I asked for. Again, get controlled pawn. There it is. Get controlled pawn. That's what we're looking for. It's the function itself.
we can use the get controlled pawn. So this pin is now our pawn we can give orders to, and we will find add movement input on the character.
Add
now
movement input. Okay. Good. Event tick, add movement input. We haven't connected this yet. See how it's not connected yet? There it is. Add movement input. I wanted to point something out. See what I did? I turned context sensitive off, and it's off for him too.
Now our pawn we can give orders to, and we will find add movement input on the character.
It is on.
Now we hook this up.
Yeah, if you're not finding what you're looking for, if it doesn't show up, then you're going to have to you'll have to uncheck that. Okay.
To the event, so it's get called every time.
Event tick, it gets called every single time.
For simplification, let's say this goes to the movement component in our bot. It needs a direction, so let's set the x of the vector to 1.
Why? Why?
Play and witness our actor moving in world x direction.
Stuvenhoven said, look up Larry Wheels, his maths with David, his physique is off the charts.
Larry Wheels? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's one of his friends. That's his friend. Did Larry Wheels show up at the Arnold event?
Elder Colvey House said, didn't he show up at their Arnold event?
Did you tell me it was Larry
Just
Wheels
got a
or
video
someone
with
else?
him.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got a video with him. Right. Okay, so we're forcing the character to automatically start like traveling. Okay, let's see. Let's see if that is true. Dim, compile, save, play. Yes, it's going the wrong. What? Whoops. Something went wrong there, but okay. What? Oh, we're in the mountain. That's why.
Remosa said, impressive.
Hey, what's up? Hey, Exclama Ramosa, how do you like our level so far? How do you like it so far? This is the level that you see when you press the play button. And then we have the huge Elden Ring tree right here. Okay. Now what's... Yeah.
Now we need to figure out in which direction we want to go. In Blueprints we have access to many things, and this includes the location in the world under the cursor. You can go deeper and have different trace channels, but we keep it for everything that's
260 pounds. Wow, that's nuts. Okay, he just did that as a demonstration. We need to set that back to 0. I don't know why he didn't move that back to 0. It's generally a good idea not to leave like crap in your nodes.
Many things, and this includes the location in the world under the cursor. You can go deeper and have different trace channels.
Get hit result under cursor by channel. Okay. Get hit result under cursor by channel. See?
Was about the same height as me too, just packed with muscle.
6 feet, right? He is 6 by 6. He's 6 feet tall and he's 6 feet wide.
Channels, but we keep it for everything that's visible for now. Here is a hit result, and as it has many information, we can break this structure.
Break hit result. Okay. Ding. Break hit result. If you're wondering if I know what every single one of these nodes are, no, I'm following the tutorial. Some of this stuff is obvious, okay, but then some of the stuff, you know, I would not have known to do this. I would not have known we have to get hit result under cursor by channel. Like, what is that? I don't know what it is.
To see what it gives us. In our case, we only care for the location. As we now have our location in the world where the cursor is, we need one more, and that's where our bot is in the world. We can do get actor location on the pawn.
Aha!
With this,
get actor location. Okay. Shloop. And then this is going to be get actor location. Right there. Shloop. And schlippen, sliden, schlappen.
Both locations we can use a vector mask function called get direction. It gives us a direction of
get unit direction. This seems really complex, doesn't it? It's okay. Over time, more and more parts of this engine will make sense. This seems like a lot of gobbledygook you have to learn. Just don't be intimidated. You won't understand a lot of this stuff at first. I don't understand. Like, I did not know you had to wire it up this way. We're just following the tutorial for right now. See, but we are following it properly. We've got what he's got.
2 locations. This is exactly...
Okay, then wire the location. Oh, you have to... Okay. Location to here. Got it. Got it.
See what we need here. So the correct...
Yeah, see, and then we can... Shloop. Yeah, see what it's done? It now shows the location because we have a connection.
Character moves in the direction where the cursor is.
Return value, world direction. Okay. I don't like this. Did he? Yeah, let's do it like this. Whoops. Return direction. There we go. Now to clean this up a little bit, you know, you don't want to have too much spaghetti all over the place, so let's spray some. Let's clean her up here by something like this, and something like that, and something like this. There's really no good way to... Kind of like that. It's okay if some things overlap. It's not the end of the world. It's generally a good idea to keep it clean so there's as little spaghetti as possible. Oh shit.
When we now start the game, we will see the bot will be with the camera attached following the cursor. So he's going...
Okay, let's see if that's true. All of this was so that our character will follow the cursor. So let's see if that happens now. Okay, it is. See, look, we have to pretend like there's actually a bot now, and then watch this. Watch this. If we, oh, yeah, you can see the pill. See, we're actually bumping into the cubes now. Well, I'll be danged. We actually have some character movement. It's character amazing. See, we're prancing through our little valley. Okay.
Left and right and down and up. Super cool. I didn't click in the viewport when the game was running. If I would have, you would have seen the cursor disappear. Fortunately, the player controller managed that, and we can go to the details and check show mouse cursor.
Yeah, show mouse cursor. So you can actually see where you're pointing. What did he click on?
Fortunately, the player controller managed that, and we can go to the details.
Oh, the player controller itself. Okay, yeah. Show mouse cursor.
And check show mouse.
Under mouse interface. Oh, there it is. See?
Cursor. So if I now start the game.
Now start the game and we'll have a mouse. A mouse in the house. There it is. See, now we actually can see what this is doing comparatively to our mouse cursor. Whee! Okay.
game and click into the viewport, the mouse keeps being rendered and the character.
Elder
following
Calvé House said, we.
Okay, now
As we-
finally
is being
actual
rendered and
input.
the character following that.
Okay, now we're to the input part.
As we do not want to follow the cursor all the time, we need to introduce some player input. To add input, go to the project settings, scroll down to input where we find different bindings we can make. There are axis bindings and there are action bindings.
This is where you would access like the keyboard bindings and such and define them. So let's go into there, project settings, input, and this is what he's talking about. These here, oh no, not speech mappings. Yeah, action mappings. Okay, what's he gonna
It
do?
will only work with action bindings.
Action
And
bindings.
you can imagine this like digital on and off switches. Let's add a binding called that toggle movement.
Toggle
We can
input. Okay. Action mapping. We're gonna call it toggle input, just like he did.
click this little icon here to press a key to bind that to our action. Here I do a left mouse click so you can see this is mapped now.
Okay. Left mouse click. There it is. Good. But I don't toggle input. Okay, left mouse button. Got it, got it. So now if we go back to our game.
Taking our player.
It's not working. No, it's still doing the same thing. So we did something wrong. What did we do wrong? Project settings, input. Toggle input. Okay, a left mouse button. Well, we did what he said. Well, let's see what's going on here.
Can click this little icon here to press a key to bind that to our action. Here I do a left mouse click so you can see this is mapped now. Back in our player controller we can remove the begin play for now.
Okay, well let's just hold off on that. Maybe it's okay. Maybe we weren't.
And now we can look for the new event we introduced with the binding. We will find toggle input here and add it to our
toggle input. Okay, input action toggle input. So see, we created one and now we have to tell it what to do with it. Toggle input. There it is. There's the one we just created. See?
graph. So this has two execution pins. One is fired when it's pressed and when it's released. So now we only want to follow the cursor while we hold the mouse button down. So to do that we will add a variable here and call that add movement.
See, you can add any variables you want down here. Add movement. Okay.
This is a boolean, but there are many more variables.
Yeah, let's see what type of variables we can select from. There's probably boolean, text, number. Yeah, see, float, integer, byte, boolean, transform. Okay.
Types. In toggle input, we want to set this variable. So when it's pressed...
Wait, how did you do that?
In toggle input, we want to set... There are many more variable types. In toggle...
Add movement. How did he do that?
This is a boolean, but there are many more variable types.
Oh, he dragged it. Okay, so add movement. Ding, and then get add movement.
Toggle input, we want to set this variable. So
it was set. Okay, so let's do it again.
47 dumped 500 points into Messbomb.
There we go, set add movement. Good. Oh, mass bomb, here we go. It's exploding. Oh, by the way, Dunbrine, I'm wondering, is there any chance you might be interested in building this tiny game too? I'm hoping that at least one of us, one other person in our extended community of many streamers will try their hand at this same tiny game, it'd be really cool to see their end result and compare it to my end result, compare it to Andreas's end result. They'll all be slightly different looks, right? It'll be the same game because it's the same tutorial, but it'll be a little bit different. Okay, so what are we doing with this now?
So when it's pressed, is fired, we set this to be true.
Beth
And then when
Shadow
we
Killer
copy-paste
said,
that,
still
attach
here
this,
just
when
lurking.
it's released, we want to set this.
Dunbrain47 said, I do want to
And
take
now
a
we
crack
only
at
want
this.
to add.
Yeah, and remember, if you do want to, Dunbrian, your system will run it. Like if you can play Fallout 76, it doesn't matter what how you had to optimize it. You can run Unreal Engine 5. You'll be okay with this. Things might go a little slower, and compile time, especially the first time you compile something, will take a long time, but it's doable. The only issue is that you do need a lot of space on your hard drive, but we can talk about that later. And I would expect that it will probably take you 6 hours. You'll be watching the video, but then things that you have to like stop and research, now you're not going to have to research the missing pieces because I found the answer to all of them. Okay.
At movement while this is true, so we get the variable, and from here we can look for an if or a branch.
Okay.
Is fired, we set this to be true, and then when we copy.
Okay. See, when we have the mouse button pressed, and then add movement will be true, and then when it is not, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Poof. See? And then when it's released, we will not have movement. That's all there is to it.
We paste that, attach this. When it's released, we want to set this to false.
And you'll remember, there's
And
like
now we
hundreds
don't
and
want to add
hundreds of
movement
ways to
while
do
this is
this.
true, so we get the variable, and from here we can look for an if or.
Yeah, if branch. Okay, now we're going to, oh shit. Yeah, we're running out of space here. Let's just move these up a bit. Okay, so we're going to grab the get. So get add movement. Yeah, this sets the add movement, and then this turns right around and gets add movement.
Or a branch node. With this we.
Okay, add movement into condition. Okay, so this is an if. If branch. See, it's if or. Okay.
Can say execute this order only when the variable.
Okay, event tick to the branch. Oh, he must have broken the connection to add movement input. Yes, he did. Okay. There. So now we're going to say
Label is true.
only when it's true, then pass that into the add movement input. And if it's false, do nothing.
So we are done. Let's start the
Exclamation
game.
Remosa said, he might try it in November, but they keep finding typos in ludicrous Monopoly City.
Elder Colvey House said, I hear the joy of QAing Ha.
Yep, a lot of time has to go into QA, huh? But that's cool that you're doing your own QA. And I think your project is small enough that you can do your own QA. Okay.
And he is standing around, and when we press the mouse, he's moving in that direction.
Yeah, let's make sure that that's working for us too. Okay, now I'm going to hold down the mouse. Hey, it's working, see? Only when I hold down the mouse, whee, then he can climb up on the rocks. Whee. That's a minor issue, but whoops. That is an issue, isn't it? We'll have to think about that. Well, let's not worry about it now. It's just an issue that his map doesn't have, that we have. Like if somebody starts the game and, oh, let's go backwards, and then you're going to back up right into a mountain. And then it stops the input.
And he stops when we release the button. So this feels quite nice, and it's the first time we have a feeling of really...
You know what? We could actually stop that. We could prevent that from happening.
Dunbrain47 said, QA.
We can prevent the camera from entering the mountain.
Let's do it. Remember the boom arm? We set the spring arm to do collision tests. Now we're going to turn that on. Now we're doing a collision test on the spring arm attached to the character. Okay, let's see if that's all we needed to do. Okay, now start the game. Okay, we're doing collision test. Okay, now let's back up, and we should bang into the mountain and it won't let us enter. There you go. Look at that. I'm trying to back up and I can't because now the spring arm is hitting the mountain. Cute little feature, huh? See, you can do anything you want. And we're slowly starting to learn the kind of things you can do outside of the tutorial. See, he doesn't do that, but we do.
Our little capsule here.
Okay. Character setup is next. Good.
Just moving a capsule around is kind of boring, so let's get an animated character in.
Yes.
Back in the character
Yeah, we're now going to import the character mesh. Okay, BP bot. See, right now the bot is just a capsule, like a nonsensical capsule. We have access to a bunch of items here. The skeletal mesh is what?
Mesh component. We want to use that instead of drawing our capsule here. So to do that, let's create a new folder and call this character.
Character. Okay. Character. Okay, new folder. Character. Good.
And here, let's import the FBX that contains our scheduled mesh.
So we're going to import. We're not going to go into the other. We're not going to go into the other StackoBot program. I'm not sure why we can import. Why we couldn't have just imported those, the two pieces of foliage, which was the fern and the tree. I don't know why you couldn't just do it here, but. Oh, I know why. Because it had a whole hierarchy of bios and there were leaves and everything. Yeah, that's why.
In the import menu,
SKM Antbot. It's called Antbot under character. Okay, so we import. We're not in Tiny Game. We have to go into StackoBot content, this unzipped file here, and then into character, and then here's the Antbot. It's Antbot. Okay.
you can see Unreal already identified it being a skeletal mesh and ask for a skeleton. In our case, it's the first skeletal mesh we bring in, so we want to have import mesh checked. What we don't want for now is automatically create
the physics asset. Okay, so, how did it know that? Somehow it knew that.
Physics asset. The rest we leave it like it is, and then we hit import.
Import, okay. Import. Node skmbot was renamed to skmbot1. Oh yeah? And how is that? Why? Well, first of all, it put it in the wrong place. Yeah, so we need to move all these into character. See? Yeah, move, stupid. Oh, come on. Yeah, you have to have the folder open. You can't just have it selected. Yeah, we screwed up there. Okay. There we go. So now we're in character. So we should have bot base. It should look just like his.
When we open up our character folder now, we can see different assets that got created.
Bot base, bot face, antbot, and antbot teleskin. Oh, there's also animation too, and he doesn't have that. We already know about the
materials, but we have a skeletal mesh and a skeleton.
We do have a skeletal mesh. Oh, the teleskin? Okay. Antbot teleskin. Well. Here's our little antbot.
The skeleton that got created from the mesh has all the hierarchy of its bones.
So this is what a mesh looks like. See?
Elder Calve House said, this is a skeleton mesh.
Let's show the bones for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Most animation assets will need to reference one skeleton.
Bones. Show bones. See, there's all the bones. Show bone. How did he do that? Character, bones, all. Okay. Character, bones, show all here.
47 said, interesting.
And this is how all character, well, in Unreal at least, this is essentially how all characters are created, see? And this is how we know how to animate, like which joints and which parts of a body get animated.
Most animation assets will need to reference one skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
So the second asset we have here is the skeleton mesh.
Mm-hmm.
You
Skeletal
can
mesh.
see this as a skin, so you could have different meshes using the same skeleton. It contains data like the material slots, LOD settings, post-process animation blueprints, and more.
Mm-hmm.
As we don't want this robot to be gray but more colorful,
So this is the skeleton, but not the actual, it's not the actual model itself or the skeletal mesh. So we have to, just like he did, we have to go back into the content drawer and then double click the antbot itself. This is the skeletal mesh. This is the actual mesh that goes around the teleskin. Okay. Yeah, that's right. So if you hold down Alt, then it does a perfect rotation from your distance from the object. That's how you do it. That's right. Okay, good. Look, cars parked in the parking lot. This is Epic's headquarters, or not Epic. This is Epic's headquarters in North Carolina.
let's make his materials quickly.
Okay, so we're going to what?
We don't want this robot to be gray but more colorful. Let's make his materials quickly.
Okay, bot base. Okay, let's start with the bot base. We'll make it more interesting, and you guys are going to select a color.
It will not be massively different from what we have done before, but he comes with some more textures and some extra nice things for his face.
Mm-hmm.
First we import all text. He comes with some more textures and some extra nice things.
All of those, let's import. Right into character. So yeah, we're already in character. Let's import everything he just clicked on. So it's essentially, oh, he included the masks too. Okay. So we're importing all those. Whoa.
For his face.
Did
First
he
we
get the
import
same
all textures.
alerts? Yes,
It
he got
comes
the
with
same
a
exact
grayscale
alerts.
albedo, an atlas for facial expression, masks, and a normal map. We start with the albedo.
Okay, let me explain what this is. This is the 2D UV texture that's going to be wrapped around the antbot, and this is essentially like a texture map, and you have to design it so that it wraps like wrapping paper around the character. Okay.
And we just plug this into the base color, and then when we take a look at
Whale. See, and now it will look like that. Okay, so it currently looks like this. Oh, yeah, let's turn the bones off. Okay, sockets. None. Yeah, there we go. Turn the bones off. Oh, I don't have a... He's not standing on anything. Interesting. Okay.
look at him, it's
Okay, connect that to the base color. Right? Okay, now let's see what he looks like. We have to save that. Now let's see what he looks like. Come on. Yep, see, now he's got those features. But it's just the painting.
still gray, but a little bit more interesting. So now let's add color. We use a blend overlay node and then attach this to the base color.
Okay, blend overlay. And this also goes to here. We're going to get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Nope, to the base color. There we go.
And use the parameter.
And then that becomes the result of that. What do you mean error, you butt plugger? Oh, there is an error. Okay.
Here.
Oh, because I see. Because we need this as the other part of the blend. There we go.
Now let's find a nice color, like for example.
Okay, so let's just pick red for a second so we know what's getting painted. Just stand by. We're not going to go with this color, but let's ding. Now let's take a look at him. This is so you can see which part of him will get painted red. Oh, the whole thing. Okay.
Elder Colvey House said, "Okay, audience, choose a nice color for our Antbot's body."
It could be this color, but it seems like we have access to like any color we like. So somebody pick a color. It could be anything. Oh, whoops, you need a mesh-based asset in the content browser. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can actually preview it right here. Yeah, so we have to have Antbot selected. Yeah, we can actually see the preview right here as we're, see? It's kind of neat. But can't quite get it right. Oh, there we go. See? And then, whoops. Whoa. Okay, you guys choose a color.
What color? Pick a nice one, someone.
I'm gonna pick one. If you guys aren't gonna pick one, then I'll pick one. Green. Neon green. Yeah, let's make him green. Not quite so bright, a little darker. Yeah, okay, now let's see what he looks like. And then this blends it into the texture map. See what it's doing? It's blending these two together. Okay, there, we got it. Green in it. Okay, so it's green. Now what do we got? Yeah, what's
Sample
next?
a bright orange.
Yeah, he does
So
bright
when
orange.
we look back in our characters, this is what we got.
Uh-huh.
Now let's take a look at a texture. So this one here.
Yeah,
in the
what the
texture
hell is
editor,
that?
we can display the different informations in red, green, and blue channels.
Yeah, let's look at that. So this is an actual 2D texture, and we can turn the different channels on and off. I don't know why we can't turn R and A off.
Here we save metalness in red, in green have roughness, and blue has the ambient occlusion.
Well, then why can't we see it? Maybe we have to re-import it. Yes, you have to. Did you see what I did? Sometimes you just have to re-import the damn thing, and then it will work. See, that's the ambient occlusion. Okay.
So back in the material, we can bring in this and connect metallic, roughness, and AO to the different pins.
Yeah, and the reason we're doing this, it just turned out that whoever designed the texture, that's how they assigned these channels: metallic, roughness, and ambient occlusion, RGB. Okay. So see, now we got this, and we're going to attach R to metallic, the G channel to roughness, and then B channel to ambient occlusion. Let's just make sure we got that right. Yes, we did.
So after applying that to our character, this is already a nice leap forward. This like this metallic look on his arms.
Mm-hmm. Yes. See, now things look more metallic. You know, there's like 3 different maps now. There's roughness. See how not every part of his body is reflecting the same. See, that's very metallic, but then the rest of his body feels more plastic.
But they have the wrong color, so let's fix this. We can use the mask texture and again a lerp node.
Mm-hmm. Lerp.
The screen channel.
Okay, we're gonna lerp. Yeah, we have to remember we used lerp before, and it's a linear interpolation. That's what that means. So let's import a mask. So this is just a mask. Okay, it looks like this, but it's just a mask. And then we're going to add the lerp. Lerp. Linear interpolate, I think, right? Yeah, lerp. That's it. See?
It separates the orange parts from the metal parts.
Mm-hmm.
So
orange from the metal. See, so we're able to, we're going to make the metal a different color. That's why we're doing this. So
one part is orange.
So G goes to alpha. Yeah, G goes to alpha. And then the blend overlay goes into the UVs. No, I screwed up. Yeah, so the blend overlay. What are we doing here? Blend overlay. Oh, I see the result. I see. Yeah, this is too close, so now we have to move this out. Okay, so now this result is going to go into channel A. Shoop. See, just like that. And
for the other, we add another 3 vector node and change the color to a gray.
Okay. And 3 vectors, you hold down 3 and press click. And we got it.
Dunbrain47 said, whoops, missed the color.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, we just chose green, if that's okay. Unless you specifically want a different color than this, then we'll keep it green. But we're going to...
Green's good.
Elder Colvey House said, we're changing his metallic color now. Stand by.
So we're changing the color of his arm. Let me just show you by making it red really quick. Yeah, and I'll show you.
When we hit apply and go back to our character.
Yeah, there it is, see? And then we're going to turn that into B, and we can actually see this. Wait a minute. Do I have everything in the right place? This goes into B, that goes into alpha, and then the, oh. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So why isn't it working then? Oh, whoops. And then this goes into base color. Yeah, there we go. There, see, these are this is what's going to change. You see all those in red? So now let's pick a color.
Pick a color instead of that bright red.
Maybe something that might complement. It doesn't have to complement green, but now he looks like Santa Claus. We just need a good, something that will look good as metallic. See, because those are all the metallic parts of his hot body. See, so we need a good color for all the metallic parts instead of red. So what do you think? The plastic is green. Okay, blue.
Okay, what kind of blue?
Let's try, oh, whoops, that's his. Whoops, that's stream elements. What the fuck? Where? Oh, yeah, so back to here, this. Okay, so Dunbrine wanted blue. Let's start with the base blue. I mean your basic blue. That would be a blue. There, that would be a blue. Now, do you want navy blue, dark blue, sapphire? Sapphire is more like this. No, that's lavender. This is more like sapphire there. Yeah, it's more like sapphire right there. Or do you want it slightly
like the metal in FO4 in the sharding neighborhood?
Oh, light blue. So like baby blue. Yeah, you want like a baby blue then. Like this. Here. Let's see if this is good. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like the blue paint on the car's house.
Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. So let's see. I mean, I think I got it pretty close.
Yeah.
Sort of like that. Yeah, let's see if we can just... I know exactly what you're talking about, and it's not quite that. It's like a more colorful blue. Almost like that, maybe. Let's try that. Oh, come on. Hurry up. There we go, like that. It's still not exactly it, but closer, right? Okay, one last shot. We have, see, this is the right color that we're looking at right here, but it has to be more babyish. So maybe like lighter blue? Yeah, we just can't seem to quite get that color. And then that makes it, just makes it more grayish. Well, anyway, I think we got it. Here, this should be close enough. How's that? Yeah, how's that? I just can't seem to get that blue. That same blue that we've been... Very familiar blue. Maybe this. There. Okay. Yeah, there. How's that? Really nice bright blue. There we go. Okay, we've got our butt.
Elder Colvey House said, we've got our butt.
This is how it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
some
like
last
ours
touches by
better.
adding a normal and give him some emissive parts.
Mhm.
First, we bring in our normal map.
The normal map is a bump map. Think of it as a bump map. You know, we're going to make his surface imperfect, so it's not completely perfectly smooth and perfectly metallic. So
And connect.
that's what that is. That's the bump map. Okay, let's get the bump map in. The normal map, that's what that is. And it just shows up as a blob, really. But if you look at it closely, you'll see that it's going to follow a lot of the bumps and the dings that are already there. That's our normal map.
That.
To normal. There. Okay. Ding.
And we have this mask texture, and that is the red channel for emissive parts of the mesh.
Oh.
So we can multiply this and plug it into the emissive.
Yeah, we can make, and we're multiplying things to exaggerate the effect of the normal map. Okay, by how much? Okay, so
And we
first,
multiply this-
emissive color. Okay, emissive color. Yeah, by what?
With a color. For the color, we take a very, very light blue. And if we hit apply and go back to our bot, we see his main body is ready.
Oh.
Elder Colvey House said, okay, what bright color for the illuminated body plus ears?
Yeah, see? It's going to be, you see what I'm, see, the white, whatever is white, we have to pick a color. And then that's, you hold down 3 and press this, and then we'll add a triple node. And I'll just show you, see, like red, for the, well, orangish, I guess. I guess it's going to be orange. See, this color.
Dunbrain47 said,
Yeah, a gold.
like yellow.
Okay, yellow. Like a goldish. Ooh, I think we got it right the first time. Now we just need to darken that a bit. Oh. There we go. Good. Good. I wish I could, what it's doing, it's multiplying what's already there. See, so we can't, look at this spaghetti. Yeah, it is turning into spaghetti. Here, let's fix this a little bit. Shloop. Well, I think his was spaghetti too, right?
And if we hit apply,
yeah, see, because it's going, sometimes you can't avoid the spaghetti. See?
and go back to our bot, we see his main body is ready. So the only thing left is now his face.
Oh yeah, his face is still blank. Yeah, I wish we could make it darker, but you really can't. Because we're multiplying it, and I don't want to stray too far from the tutorial. Yeah.
Davis Tavernside. Hello.
Oh hey, Davis Tavern. Davis Tavern. Howdy, Davis.
Elder Colvey House said, howdy at the V.
Davis. Yeah, we are currently in Unreal Engine 5. We're building a very tiny game based on a tutorial, and the tutorial is called
Beth Shadow Killer
Your
said,
First
"That is a
Game in
nice
Unreal
gold
Engine
color."
5. Yeah, it's really bright gold, but yeah, this is what we're doing. Your first game in Unreal Engine 5. We're following a tutorial, adding our own little touches to it, but yeah. Okay.
So for the face, we have one extra background texture. So let's bring that in.
Dunbrain47 said, at Davis Tavern, welcome on in.
Igma said, hello.
Oh, wow. Hey, Ligma. Oh, Igma. Igma is here. Oh, feel free to follow.
Just started learning Unity last week.
Oh,
feel
nice.
free to follow my channel, everyone.
Yeah, my friend who had developed the game called East Shade and is now developing the game Songs of Glimmerwick. It's East Shade Studios. His name is Danny. He is doing game development, and he streams his game development of this game. And he uses Unity. He used Unity for East Shade, and he's using it for Songs of Glimmerwick now. Okay, so we got that. Now let's, there is an Antbot face, okay? So this is the face that will go, oh yeah, see, it's blank right now, so we have to actually give him a face. Oh, hi, yeah, that's it. But that's not what we were really looking for. We're looking for the bot face. This is the material. See, it's like the material of a object or an actor, and then we wrap that material around it, and we translate it from the UV to the three-dimensional object.
Has better quality since the last watch. Did you get a new one or something?
Oh no, I just upped the quality.
Oh no, I just overrode the default and upped it to 1080p, haha.
Yeah, it's been the same for years now. And it defaults to 720. Isn't that kind of dumb? It's like, why not just default it to the best resolution it can handle? Okay.
This time we will plug this.
Okay. Now I see what he wants us to do. We're pulling the texture sample in. Yeah.
Into the emissive color.
Mm-hmm.
And
emissive color.
Isthatant botapa itatstor, maojotka.
Whoops. Bait. This goes into emissive color. Okay. Oh, he detached it. Ding. Okay. Is that Antbot a paid actor? Yeah. They have paid contracts. We're animaniacs. We have paid for play contracts. Yeah. Something like that.
We will hit apply and see how that looks like.
See what he did? He changed it to the square so we can better predict. Yeah, see? So it looks sort of like that. Let's see.
Our bot.
Yeah, so that's what we want. We want this to attach to the bot face. This is the emissive color. It's just a texture. There it is. Hey, it matches. It actually matches pretty well, doesn't it?
So now let's add the eyes. For that, we have an atlas here, which is mainly a texture with an alpha masking its different expression, and it's on a 4x4 grid. So to select the face we want, first we want to add this texture to our background texture. So we use an add.
Add. Okay, so you see what we're doing. We're adding the eyes now, and this, but we're adding it to the bot face. Yeah, so let's bring this out a little bit, and then we're going to do add 2 plus 2,
and
we have to bring in that the eye atlas. So it's an atlas of different eye expressions. Did you? David's Tavern. Have you followed? Feel free to follow. So I do games. I do like Fallout 76, Fallout 4, Bioshock 2's DLC. I do Diablo 2, but I'm also just starting these game development streams. The cool thing is that if you have a PC and you're interested in building your first game, if you haven't yet, then you can download Unreal Engine 5 for free. You can follow this tutorial for free, and you can build this game that I'm building right now. And then you can say, hey, I'm a game developer. I built my first game.
we can use the alpha channel for that because that's where the information is stored. So
Oh. And he's attaching it to emissive color, right? So that breaks the link, and now, see, so now this isn't exactly right, you see.
So now we can see the whole texture added to the other. But we want to control the color, so let's multiply this with the color. And then again, let's change it to a bright light blue.
Elder Colvey House said, okay, what color should his eyes be?
Igma said, seems way too hard. Choose to what you make again instead.
Well, a lot of this I don't understand. Remember, a lot of this, it's going to take me a while before I understand the meaning of all these different nodes. You know, you're looking at a material graph, and then we're adding nodes to it to control anything and everything in the game. So he's doing a multiply here. Oh, I see what he did. Yeah, multiply. Yeah, multiply, and then this goes down here. And then, okay, somebody pick a color. Let me just show you really quick. You know, it's his eyes, so it's going to be some kind of color.
Dunbrain47 said, red, not too dark but not too light.
Okay, red,
What
not
type
too
of
dark
game
but
are you
not too
making?
light. Okay, we'll see how that looks in a moment. We have to find out what he's...
And plugs this into the add.
Oh yeah, into add. Okay, that's right. And now we plug that into add instead. There. Okay, so there's our red. Let's deepen it a bit. Deeper color, deeper red. Hi. Wow.
How's that?
Oh, you missed. Igma. Oh, we'll do blue. You built a couple tutorial games in Unity and started your first MVP.
Minimum viable products.
Nice. An MVP game?
Yeah. I know MVPs. I'm spent many years in startups. I've been an engineer for many years, and yeah, we essentially, even at Apple, oh, you know, I can't say anything about how we do it at Apple, but yeah, in previous jobs, we've done many projects in a lean method or agile method just to get the minimum viable product out so we can start getting feedback. More feedback is better.
Now we will use a flipbook to help us select what kind of face we want from that atlas. And we will
flipbook. That's how we're going to differentiate. There's 16 different animations, so we need flipbook. Miscellaneous flipbook. All right.
use the UV output.
So UVs of the, okay, we assign the UVs to the UV channel here, and now you can see that they're actually animating. See? But there's still 4, there's a tile of 4.
So already with this default and with this node, we can see some animation and it's shown on a 2x2 face. So let's fix that. We will bring in the scalar parameter and change this to
scalar 1, ding, ding, there. And now we'll change it to what?
Because this is the amount of rows.
4. And the value will be 4. Okay.
And columns we have, so we can just plug the
number of rows, number of columns. I actually don't understand why it isn't 2, but see, but it works. There we go. See, now there's our face.
Here, and now it is running through this like an animation. So if you want to animate a texture, this is a nice way, but we want to set it to a fixed value. So let's...
Animation phase, 0 to 1, okay. How did he do that? Oh yeah, animation phase. It's another scalar. You hold down 1 and press left click, and then we're assigning 0 to it. I mean, I think we're assigning 0
Bring
to
another parameter, and when we're changing that, we can change the face.
0.25. Got it.
But in our case, we will keep the standard one, very simple.
0. All right. Well, yeah, we could do like 1, which is the error thing, right? No, it's 0.75. Let's do these. I want the x's. Okay, so we've got x's for odds.
So hit apply, and then
let's take a look at our ant butt. Where's our damn ant butt? There it is. We've got ant butt. Ah, there's our little bot. All right.
We are done, and we have our character with a face, which we could animate if we want. We will add him to.
Okay, character movement. So we're going to attach the ant bot to our capsule. Remember the player. What was that? The pawn, the default pawn. You know, the character that we have.
And do some movement adjustment. Here in the bot, on the scale mesh, we can add him now.
Platformer.
Elder Colvey House said, that's a good starter game. I might go 2D2 when I do my first game.
Do some movement adjustments. Here in the bot, on the scheduled mesh, we can add him now.
Okay, so finally we're back there. So the BP bot is our that's the actual player. So now we go into the bot itself. Where is he? Oh, skeletal mesh. There's the mesh right there, and animation rig, mesh, skeletal mesh, and there's our ant bot. Now he's in the game. I'll be back. Whiskey.
2D isa sierbacause I canuse pixel art instato falso learning 3D animation.
Downgrade 47 said, fair enough.
God, this chair needs help.
Sorry about the pregnant elephant in my room.
All right. It's ridiculous. Oh, I think I'm putting too much whiskey in my coffee. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I should just, but you can get really good ones for cheap on Amazon.
Check on Amazon. Great deals on computer chairs, gaming chairs.
Yeah, I bought one when I was back in Indiana. And even though I used it for all of 2 months, it was a really comfy chair. I really liked it. And it was 120. I mean, it's a really good, it wasn't the best quality, and it didn't have all of the adjustments that I really wanted, but you could go back in it, you could set it to like lay mode, you could lay down. It was a good one for the price. So there's our ant butt finally attached to the blueprint. See, this is the blueprint of the bot, which grabs everything. See?
So here it is, but it's a bit in a wrong location on rotation. Let's fix that. First, we rotate him 90 degrees, so he's facing in the forward.
There, see? See, this is the actual direction of the direction of the mesh is this, but he's spacing wrong. So that's why we have to do 90, and now he's spacing the right way. See? Now he's got
the direction of our character logic. Next, let's take a look at the capsule. That's a little bit too big for him.
Yes.
First, we change the radius to be a little bit smaller.
Okay. Capsule radius. Oh, remember? Yeah, this song, Fear Not the Night. Fear not this night. It's a good song. Okay, now what did he say? Okay, the capsule half height is what? Damn it. He changed that to 88.
And we can probably reduce the height a bit. So
70 and 25. Okay, let's just stick with that. Yeah, 70 and 25. He's still in the wrong place though.
Back in the mesh, we can change its relative Z location so it fits.
Negative 70. Okay, fine. Oh, we have to go into the mesh and then drop him down so he's now in. Yeah, this roughly matches the capsule.
So now we have a capsule that represents him a little bit better. It all depends on your needs, but for our little games.
Okay.
This is okay. So when we hit play, we have the character and it's moving around. Nice. But we can see some issues. Most obviously, he's not facing in the direction he's moving towards.
Right. Okay, so we'll see the same thing. So there he is. It's our Ampbot, but look what he's doing. He's just like sliding around, and so first of all, he's not changing his direction, and second of all, there's no animation. So that's what we're going to fix next. Whee! Okay, well anyway, but we can easily, see, we're now like to the point where we have a character. Boom, boom, boom. We can like bump things around. Whee! Okay.
So back in the bot, we can select the movement component, and here we can search for rotation, where we can find orient rotation to movement.
Orient rotation to movement. See, now that's a very, very easy, quick solution. You could also build that with nodes in the blueprints, you know, in those graphs, but it's like one button that takes care of all that. Okay, back into the bot. You said character movement. There should be that button. Now, where the fuck is a button? Orient rotation to movement. Okay, so you can just search here.
Davis Tavernside. Inunited had button does not exist.
Oh, yeah.
Elder Colvey House said, "Oh, you have to build a whole node system for it, huh?"
Yeah, there's a lot of shortcuts in here. I like that one for the materials, that it's a button that says fully rough. That eliminates like 4 nodes having to make something completely rough, like a surface completely rough.
And also increases speed, how fast he's doing that. So with this done,
rotation rate 420.
Also increases speed.
Rotation, and he changes it to 420. Well, I don't want it to change so quickly like that. Rotation rate for 20. Let's do 200. Compile, save.
So with this done,
yeah, let's see. We can just test it out and see if we like the... Aha. Okay, this is one of the problems. Look at this. It's not working correctly.
Okay, at Dollarine
okay, C+, C sharp.
This is snafu number 4.
Dunbrain47 said, let's go.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to start using C++ in here soon.
Yeah, that's great to hear, Davis Tavern. Man, you have to, yeah, follow me if you're not following me already. Well, also you'll also get a cute little avatar at the bottom if you happen to follow. That way it's a little easier to connect. Do you ever
Thank you for the follow, Davis Tavern.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Davis Tavern. Woohoo! Yeah, do you ever stream your game development? Yeah,
nice.
I'll watch your if you happen to be streaming any of it ever, then I'll watch yours too. Yeah, Danny Weinbaum, who's also using Unity for Songs of Glimmerwick, he streams it on Twitch. He streams the development of it. Okay, do you see here Dunbrine? Okay, here's the next problem. It's not doing what we thought it would do. And it's not doing what he says.
Will face in the direction he's moving to, but
it's
so
not.
does the camera.
No, it's not doing that. I had to search a half an hour to find how he got it to do that, because you can see that it tries to do it, but there's something like snapping it. See, like if I move this around, it's trying to, but it keeps snapping back. There is this one button called yaw. It's like fix yaw or something. Okay, let's see. Character movement. Yaw.
Sonicus 3 minutes said, hey.
Hey!
How goes it?
Hey, adding character to the game at the moment.
Okay, Sonicus, here is our character now. We have a bot, and actually we collectively chose the colors for it. Oh, nice. You stream some games every once in a while. Stream game dev when you get better at it. Yeah, you know what? I'm just streaming it like right out of the box. Like I hardly know what I'm doing. This is my very first game in Unreal Engine 5. Okay, see, we have issues. There's a button, and I had to research this for half an hour, and I finally found it. And it's changing the yaw of the z-axis. And I don't remember where it is. So let's find out. So now we have to go down here. We might get lucky and it might be in the comments, because other people go through the same thing. Axis. No, not here. Yaw. Here, let's try yaw. Nope. Control F again to use the native search. Yaw. There. What happened on your character? Check orient rotation to movement and uncheck use controller rotation yaw. There it is right there. See? Excellent. I meet a problem. My character doesn't orient movement. Is there anybody know the reason? Hi there. What happened? On your character, check orient rotation to movement and uncheck use controller rotation yaw. On your character, yaw. Use controller rotation yaw. If true, this pawn's yaw will be updated to match the controller's control rotation yaw if controlled by a player controller. So I uncheck this, compile, save, valley, play. There, see? He did not tell us this.
Elder Colvey House said, there it is.
So one more time. The fucker pisses me off sometimes when people do this and they don't tell you. Use controller rotation yaw. Inside the BP bot, top level options, uncheck use
It's
controller
inside BP
rotation
_bot
yaw.
top level options. Uncheck use controller rotation yaw.
Compile, save, and then it will work just like we expect it to. See, just like that. Yay! Let's ram this. Why don't we ram this thing? Wee. Okay, but you notice how hard it is to control. And we actually don't want to do that. So we're going to unlearn what we have learned. Okay, so now we go back to here, and then back to the
We can
video.
easily change that by going back to the spring arm and we can easily change that by going back to the spring arm, and there for the rotation we can switch from being it's set to relative what it's attached to being
So now we go into back into the bot, but then we have to go into its spring arm. See, it all makes sense. Spring arm.
Davis Tavernside, and his is for the internet is a helpful resource.
Yeah. A lot of unanswered questions though, of course.
There, rotation change from relative to the world. And that makes it an absolute rotation.
set to vert aligned. So when we now
I don't know why this is negative 25. Oh, yes, but why wasn't his? His is set to negative 50. Remember, we wanted ours a little closer to the ground, so it's looking outward.
being it's set to
A little more. So let's compile, save, check it, and that's what we're looking for. But it's pointed the wrong way. Oh, God, he got stuck. He's getting stuck in these rocks. Yeah, that's a little bug to solve. So now he's moving around. The relative, how do you get the camera to point the other way? Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
I feel real good friend I fix 3 second office suez vitre utlo okim kitup.
I guess we're going to have to... No. I feel really good when I fix those kind of issues without looking it up. Yeah, I know, but I would have... Well, I'm learning the game, so I would not know that that's... See, but this is an issue I have to fix. So now, our problem is... when we press play, we're looking this direction. I need to be looking 180 degrees. So it's the spring arm. It's a problem with the spring arm. See, this has to be on the other side. Z, yeah, actually, that's it right there. Up. Speaking of, yep, you're exact.
Elder Colvey House said, haha, yeah. I need you in my life, haha.
Yeah, I need people like you in my life. Okay, there we go. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I want the camera to be pointing exactly this way. Hey! See, and then la-di-da-di-da. We solved a problem where the camera was clipping backward into the mountain, and it is not anymore. If we go, oh God, I am going to need to fix this. Actually, this does get fixed later on in the tutorial. Yeah, because I'm completely stuck. Stuck on a rock. That would be totally like Bethesda. I mean, oh God, I made a Bethesda game. Oh my God. I'm a spitting image of Todd Howard. Okay.
Relative what it's attached to being set to word align. So when we now hit play,
there's no
like
jump.
And this is beginning to feel like a real game.
Mm-hmm.
So he's following the cursor and the camera stays fixed and he follows it. Animations are missing, but before we do that, let's go back to the character movement and make some changes.
Okay, I think
For example, how fast the bot can accelerate.
Yes, how fast he accelerates. Yeah, I want the acceleration to be slow. It's okay, because I don't want it to be like super responsive. Variable, sockets, character movement, general settings. Character movement. Yeah, character movement, general settings. Okay, gravity scale. Yeah, let's drop that. Let's drop gravity down to 8, just for the hell of it. Max acceleration, he drops it down to 500. Let's drop ours down to 300. What is he doing?
We also want to increase the maximal step height and
yes,
a little bit
the step height. From 44, where's the step height? That's what we need to change. He's under character movement walking. Character movement walking. What's the maximum step height? 45 all the way to 75. I just need it so he doesn't get stuck on those rocks. Okay, let's see. He was getting stuck in here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, now we're good. No, we're not good. He's still getting stuck in here. Step height equals tiny jump. Yeah. Yeah.
You can walk on.
A little bit more. Max step height. Oh, okay, 100. Compile, save. Ding, Valley, save all. Play. And now he doesn't get stuck there, and he still getting okay. You know what? If you get stuck here, the game's over. Game over. All right. Yeah, see, he's not getting stuck anywhere else. Oh, yes, he is. He's getting stuck here, too. All right, fine. 200. What do you want me to do? A dance? Wait, are we in the right place? Yeah, we are. Bot. Character movement. Maximum step height, 200 then. We'll just keep increasing it until he doesn't get stuck on those frickin' rocks. Okay, what am I doing wrong here?
Sonicu's Streaminess said, listening in, I'm heading home.
Oh, you're heading home from Wake? 500 centimeters. Okay, maybe it is 500 centimeters. What do you want? What does this game want from me? What does this engine want from me? Okay, 500. Maximum step height. I'm compiling and saving. Okay, 1,000 centimeters. Compile, save, Valley, play. No, he's not.
Davis Tavernside. Fill in the hole at hats hat evil.
Fill the hole, that's what I would do. Yeah, but I'd rather solve it by figuring out like just how high this needs to be. 5,000. Maximum step height. Got it. Okay, it just wasn't enough. Yeah, that's okay. It's working. You plunk. Got him. Whee! Now, does he get stuck on the ferns? He does, because they're really tall. You know, the hitbox for the fern is tall, but that's okay. I just didn't want him to get stuck in those beginning areas. That's all I cared about. See? And now he's 5,000 centimeters. Well, how tall is he? He must be gigantic. Okay. Well, we could find out, actually, by going into the bot and then finding out how big the capsule is. The capsule size is 111. But how do you find out what the actual size is of the capsule? I don't know. Maybe this is just one of those things I just won't know. The capsule is actually a different component.
스페이더 415 세드.
Hey, Spader. We're developing a game.
Elder Calve House said, "Hey Spader."
Yeah, if you want to watch me learn how to develop a game by getting, and we're using Unreal Engine
47
5.
said, "Hi Spader."
This is it. So this is how far we've gotten. And clearly he's not like animating. His feet aren't animating, so we need to make that happen. Let's take a look. Hey, I'm watching my own. You are watching me watching my own stream.
Sonical's Streaminess said, "Hey Spader."
Yeah.
We want to see
It's funny, like everyone he knows is here. Well, yeah, because you only have 2 friends. I meant you know a lot of people who are in here. Okay, see ya, Davis. Oh, whoops, that was the wrong one. Thanks for being here, Davis.
See you at
Davis Tavern. Davis Tavern.
Night Davis.
Yeah, Davis Tavern.
is maximum speed to 400.
Maximum walk speed 400. Yeah, 600. Let's say 300. Yeah, I like that idea better.
And for now, we will decrease the ground friction and also reduce how fast he is stopped when no input is given.
Minimum analog walk speed, yeah. Maximum walk speed 3. Ground friction 8. Let's drop it to 1. I want a little bit of ground friction. Okay, and let's just see what it feels like when we do that. Hey, I like it. Yeah, let's leave it like this. Maybe I'll brake a little bit faster. I think he should brake just a little bit quicker. Ground friction 1, max walk speed, braking deceleration when not walking. 160. Let's see what that feels like. Yeah, that feels just about right. Okay, good.
We need a hedgehog as our character Baha.
We need one of these.
Yes.
I mean, we have an Antbot. I mean, Antbot is going to have to be okay for now.
And we will do all that so he is slower accelerating and not immediately stopping when no input is there.
Right.
This may feel a little bit like he's on slippery underground, and we could increase the ground friction a bit, but we will keep this until we have some animations in.
time for animation.
We'll increase the ground friction a bit, but we will keep this until we have some animations in.
I just realized, let's see if we can see his eyes. Yes, we can. Remember I said they're X's? See those little X's? See, that's another thing we changed.
Sonicu's Treeminus said, yes PLS.
Should the camera be a little closer to him?
So the camera is attached to him on a spring arm, and then the spring arm has a certain distance, see? And it's at an angle and up, so we're looking down at him. But maybe I should... Where is that frickin' thing? Where would I find the spring? Oh, there it is, right there, yeah. As you can see, there. See, the camera's looking down this way, but it just seems too far away still. What do you think? Why don't we just move it a little closer? Oh shit. Yeah, 750 maybe. Boy, that's a lot closer. Hang on. Here, let's see what this looks like. Okay, and now press play. No. 900. Okay, that's good. I like that. Good. Yeah, you can still see what's coming up. Yeah, I like that. You can still see what's coming up, but now I just realized his maximum speed should be a little higher. Yeah, see, now that I'm out there. Where was that? The max speed. Max walk speed 300. Let's do it. Let's bump it up to like 420. That'd be good. See, just keep tweaking it until you get the results you like. There, see, now it feels like he's running. Hey. All right.
First, we will create a new folder
naming it
animation.
Inside the character. I don't know exactly why he did that, but let's follow his hierarchy. Animation. I mean, maybe the trees have animation. You know, if you're going to have a lot of elements in here, like even your map having animation, then bring the folder out to the top level.
We will import animations from 3 different FBX files.
FBX. That must be an extension for animation. So there's Antbot idle, Antbot run, Antbot walk. And that's under character animation in the Stacko
menu.
In the StackoBot project. Good. See, we're in the StackoBot, we're in the character, and here's the animation. There they are. Okay, now what?
First, we will select our skeleton we will already have in the project. We will
tell us. Import options. The mesh will be the skeleton.
We'll also not import the mesh as we also have that. So now it's
Oh, yeah, right. We already have the mesh. So that just goes away.
Only the 3 animations we are getting.
Yeah, we're just getting the animation. We're not changing anything except the animation. We've got animations.
3 animation sequences. Let's open.
And notice how it uses our mesh because we assigned it. So, you know, it's our bot with the bluish green.
Open the idle, which opens up this.
Okay, we're gonna look at idle. This is an idle animation. Hey, he's animating. It's animazing.
Elder Colvey House said, it's animazing. Animaniacs.
It's antimazing. That freaking light is pissing me off.
Dunbrain47 said, yup.
Okay, what's he doing here? By the way, I need to see if you can you see my whole screen? I don't want to be missing like a chunk at the bottom. I'm pretty sure you can see the whole screen. No, you really can't, can you? But I don't think we're really missing anything. You know what? We are. Okay, display capture. We just need a little bit more. I need to be capturing just a tiny bit more. There we go. Okay, now you can see it just said content drawer, and then
I can
stuff.
see as low as source control off.
Yeah, let's just go there. Yeah, I wasn't quite capturing it enough that I wanted, but this is good. My screen is 1900 by 1200. That's why we have a lot of wonkiness, see? So we have like a brown spot down here because I'm streaming in 1920 by 1080, but screen is 1920 by 12. Wonderful, huh? Don't you love aspect ratio differences? Okay.
82. So here on the left are some asset details like play rate, and down here are an asset browser with animations for the skeleton.
Oh, there's a whole browser over here. Why do I have this and he doesn't? Okay, here's the walk. And then here's run. Aha! Walk. Run. Run. Every time I click my mouse, the light flickers. Did you see that? My light is flickering based on my keyboard and mouse input. That is so fucking stupid. Oh. Okay. Freaking electrical problems.
We have a walk and a run and the idle. Now we need to connect this to our game logic, and we do this by using an animation blueprint for that. The animation blueprint is also based on a skeleton.
I missed that.
Now we need to connect this to our game logic, and we do this by using
an animation blueprint. Okay, got it. Yeah, animation blueprint, of course. There she is. Why did it do that way up here? I can't move this because the top of the window is beyond my reach.
An animation blueprint for that. The animation blueprint is also based on a skeleton, so we pick that.
So there's our skeleton create. There it is. BP animation, I bet. Let's see what it does.
Bot here. And we name it ABP.
Oh, ABP bot. Nope, I was wrong. Okay. ABP bot. Animation blueprint bot. Got it. Okay. Now we open that up. I said we open that up. Oh, we did open it up. BP bot. Animation, you know what, let's, yeah, we have too many windows open. So, sure. Yep, something says save, yes, just go ahead and save it. Here's a butt, here's the BP player controller, we'll leave that open. Okay, now we're gonna go into our, this is the one, yeah. Okay, now you see how it opened up another window? You can just drag this into the current one. I don't know why it does that. So now we've got our blueprint.
And when we open this up, you can see here's a preview. Below there's graph function and variables from normal blueprint.
Yeah.
But the main thing here is the animation graph where we play and blend our animations.
Oh,
and
yeah.
there's an event graph for the logic we will use in a second.
Yep.
Let's start extremely simple and just drag in our idle and connect the pose with the output pin.
Okay, here's our AmpBot idle. This is the simple version of it, just to see if it's working.
After hitting compile, we can...
Oh, you have the compile button is over here now. Oh, yeah. Look, now it's animating. Look, and there's even a little slider. This engine is just loaded with features. It's kind of cool. Whee! Okay, so it's playing. You can even record if you want to. Why would you record? It's compiling the preview. It hasn't actually compiled it yet.
See the result in this preview. Now let's add this to our BP bot. After opening his app, we
Okay, BP bot. Here's the event graph. We haven't made anything in the BP bot's graph yet. Remember, we changed the blueprint, but not the actual. No, that is the blueprint.
can go to the skeletal mesh component.
Telescope
Let's go to the
mesh.
report to see what we are doing.
Okay, skeletal mesh. And now what?
And here we change the class
Animation class to the. Why did he name it APB-bot-C? Oh. Why did it change it? Okay, so it wasn't. It changed the
to see
name.
what we are doing. And
Watch.
here
It changes the name.
class to our animation blueprint. So he's playing the idle.
Why did it change the name? That's okay. See, that's confusing, but let's just let it go anyway. Okay, now we start the game, and we should see him animating. Yep, he's animating. We can detach the camera, and we can move right up to him, and we'll see him animating.
Elder Colvey House said, well, I'll be darned.
I'll be gathered. Okay.
Back in the game, he's playing the idle pose while sliding around.
Yeah, so he's stuck in that
Instead,
pose.
just play.
So now we have to know when he's walking, and we also have to know when he's running. But there isn't, there's like a transition. Like he's going to be walking until he reaches his max speed, and then he'll be running and running.
In one animation, the animation depends on the state he's in. So he's either standing still or he's moving. We will use a state machine.
State machine, that's how you tell the goddamn game what state he's in, so we know which animation to play. Okay. State machine. Convert to animation state. I think it's add new state machine.
And then we will call that locomotion. So it spits out a pose and then
locomotion. Okay, let's call it locomotion. Locomotion.
that's something we connect to our output pose here.
Okay, that to this.
Let's go inside of the state machine.
Into the state machine. Wow, and then this has its own event graph. God dang.
It has an entry point where it starts, and we can add a state and call this idle.
State idle. Okay, so the entry point of the state machine is idle. So that's the default. Add state idle. Okay, that's right. Okay, so the entry state is an idle state.
And we can have another state from that idle and call that walk run. So this is
from the idle, add state, walk, run. Okay.
It's the most simple state machine. We start at the beginning idle, and we can switch to the walk. And the arrow in the middle is a transition.
Well, what's this then? What's this? My God! That's its own sub graph. I mean, we're like within graphs, within graphs, within graphs.
So we also want to go back from walk to idle.
Walk to, okay, so yes, I see why. The reason is this is a transition. So it's going to go, it goes two ways.
So let's go inside of the idle state. Here we drop in our idle animation.
And by idle. Wait, whoops. No, now we're going back into idle state. Oh yeah, okay, into the idle state. And then output animation pose is the idle. Got it. Yep, idle. Ding.
And connect that. So it plays.
Okay, compile, save.
Plays the animation when he is in idle state. And when we go
back to locomotion. Stop, 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 stop. Yeah, stop. Yeah, I did not say to do that. Compile. What is wrong? But with two warnings.
Go back, we can also go into the run and walk. And here for now, just takes a walk. We can
take the walk.
This later.
Yeah, this is the same node for run and walk. So we're just, he said we're going to extend it in a bit. Okay.
So now when he's in that state, this is the animation he's playing. So next we need to decide when do we go from idle to walk, and that's where the transition rules come in.
So you double click that. That's where we double click that now. Okay, compile. Yeah, okay, he's got the same alert, so that's fine. All right. So now this is idle to walk run. Yeah. Ding.
Here we can say you can enter or can't enter the state, but for doing that we need some data which we will get from the event graph.
From the event graph. Okay.
Here's an update node. It's like the tick in Blueprint, and here's also a try get pawn owner node that will give us that pawn. But let's first make a check if this currently has a pawn. So
okay, is valid. Yeah, we have to see, this is the event graph of the ABP bot, of the animation blueprint for the bot. So yeah, this isn't the bot itself. Is valid. Function. Nope, it's a question. Is valid. The question is valid. So where's the frickin' question then? Oh, okay, never mind. Ding. Pop buckaboing. Is valid. Question mark. There we go. Is valid. Then what if it is?
Try is valid.
Okay, we plug this into it. Got it.
Function here. And with this now we can drag out of the pawn and search for get velocity, which will give us the bot's velocity vector at that.
See, we need to know how fast he's going. If it's 0, then we keep playing the idle animation. I knew we had to find out how fast he's going, but I didn't know how to do this.
With another vector mass, vector length x and y, we can get a float that represents his ground speed. He's not jumping, so we don't care for this.
Yeah, we don't care for his height. Okay, so it's get, vector length xy. Okay, vector length xy. See, right there. Ding. Okay.
And this value we save in a variable we call ground speed.
Okay, see, he's adding it down here. Okay, so we're gonna set variable. No, that's not what he did. How did he do that?
And this value we save in a variable.
Promote to a variable. Okay, I see what he did. See, so we go to return value and then promote this node to a variable. And then what did he call it?
Ground speed.
Ground speed. Ground speed. Ground speed.
Elder Colvey House said, "We'll go for 15 more minutes, folksies."
Okay, and what?
So when we connect this now, this
is valid. Yeah, if it actually exists.
Dunbrain47 said, okay.
Also, Dunbright, like I was saying, you know, a lot of this might seem intimidating and just way too complicated. It really isn't. I mean, you don't have to understand. You don't have to wrap your head around all of this logic, not right now. And it seems intimidating. Like, I don't even know why we have to do all this yet. I mean, it's a mess. I know we have to get its velocity. Like, that's how we're going to know whether he's idle or walking or running. But all this other junk, I'm just following the tutorial for now. Slowly and slowly, things will come into comprehension. And remember, there will be recipes for a lot of these things that we do in games when it comes to game development. It's just like, you know, you can't like expect to automatically know how to do all this over time. Just like cooking. You know, someone doesn't just throw like 20 ingredients in front of you and say, okay, make a beef Wellington. It's a recipe and a process. You have to follow that recipe. It's a prefabricated recipe, see? And then same thing here, same exact thing here.
It's updated, and we can test this by using our beloved print string node.
Okay. Print string,
we
and
can
then
plug in the float, and a conversion node gets automatically added.
Okay, so we're going to do the print string. Print string
I love beef.
Hey, he loves beef Wellington.
At Friendmaster 2000, welcome on in.
Elder Colvey House said, I love beef skeletons.
Yeah, I love the beef skeletons. Okay, print string, what is he doing?
So when we know...
Oh, it's printing the velocity. I see. Okay, that's why we're doing this.
And a conversion node gets automatically...
Okay, ground speed in string. There's our conversion node. Converts a double value to a string. It knew to do that because we dragged an arrow into it. So compile the preview, compile the whole blueprint, save it, go back into Valley, save all. Let's see what his does.
So when we now play the game, we can see on the
there
left side.
We're going to get continuous feedback about, there it is right there. We're currently going 0. And now let's check. Look at that. That's our ground speed. Maximum ground speed is like 416 or so. Well, look at that. See, and then if I stop, it'll and then back. Really cool, huh? So you can guess we're going to delete that. You know, we don't want people to actually see that.
And it's up to the maximum of 400 we set before.
And it wasn't 400 for us. It was like 400.
We can delete this.
Yeah, now we delete that because it was just a print. Yeah, shoop, clonk.
Now, and in the transition rule we can use this now by getting our variable in.
Okay, in the transition rule back here, okay, and now we have that variable available. So now see we had to do all that so we could figure out what ground speed we have. There it is.
Check if this is bigger than 0.
Greater than 0. That means we're at least walking. We're walking. If we're not idle, then we're walking. So if we're idle, it's 0. Okay. So greater than. I just type in the greater than sign. See, greater than 0. Not greater or equal to 0. It's got to be greater than.
So
Ding.
After doing that,
can enter transition. Ding.
And pressing play again.
Well, I'll be danged. He's walking. Oh. But he's always walking once he starts walking.
We can see He is actually going into a walk state, but if he stopped
Dunbrain47
walking,
said, we got
he's not
walk.
going back to his idle.
So we'll fix that.
That's because he's going from idle to walk, but the transition back is always set to false. Let's fix that by
Same thing.
going to
Sonicu's
ground speed
streaminess
again
said,
and
back
check
home.
if this is smaller or equal a number.
Less than or equal to 0. See, it's the other way around. Okay, so we go out of here. See, we're in here. Now it's locomotion. See how it's walk to run, but then run to walk, run to idle. See, now we have to go into that one. Grab the ground speed, get ground speed, and then if it's less than or equal to 0. Yeah, if it's less than or equal to 0, and then it can enter the transition.
And we can use like something around 5 here. So now back.
Oh, I see. So we don't want him to start the animation instantly. So let's say 6. Okay, compile, save. Now we go into Bally. Now let's see what it looks like. It's starting to look like an actual animation. My God, it's full of animations. Wee. He actually looks like he's smiling now. Okay.
Back in the game, you can see that when he begins to walk, his animation is played, and when he begins to
Elder
stop,
Colvey House
then
said,
he's going back in his idle state. We can extend this now. Let's go into the walk and run state, because at a speed of 400 the walk will not work very well. To improve that, we can use a blend space. It can be found under animations and then blend space 1D, and we base this on our skeleton.
What?
The walk will not work very well. To improve that, we can use a blend space. It can be found under animations and then blend space 1D.
Okay.
Going in his idle state. We can extend this now. Let's go into the walk and run state, because at a speed of 400 the walk will not work very well.
Yeah, see, so now we're going to, it's either idle or walking, but when he's going really fast, see, it's not right. So we need to use the run when he passes a certain threshold. Okay. So let's find out how to do that.
We can use a blend space.
Blend space. That's it. That's what we need. Okay. Walk to run. Idle. No, walk to idle. Walk to run. State. No. We're in the wrong place. The walk to run. We actually have to be in the state. There we go.
It can be found under animations and
Animation,
then blend space 1D.
Blend space 1D. Animation. Animation. Blend space. 1D. There it is.
And we base this on our skeleton. We name it BS walk.
Wait, what?
1D, and we can use a blend space. It can
Oh.
be found
Not in here. We have to create it in the content drawer. Okay, animation, blend space 1D, and base it on the teleskin.
under animations and then blend space 1D, and we base this on our skeleton. We name it BS walk run.
Well, that's a bunch of bullshit. BS walk run.
And when we open this up, you can see an axis here below the character, and in the details up here we can name this axis to speed. And we
okay. The axis, horizontal axis, and we'll name it to speed. Okay, speed. Ding. So see, now it says speed down here.
We can also set the maximum to 400 to match our character speed we set before.
Oh, we have to match our character speed. What was our maximum speed? $420. Okay. There.
And now we can drop some animations in, like the walk and the run.
Okay, run. Walk.
Depending.
Got it. Okay, so the run is over here, and the walk is over here. Okay.
Depending on the input speed, it will blend between these two. But how do we know that the blending is not feed sliding? Unreal Engine 5 comes with a very cool analyst feature for that. We can choose locomotion as an access function.
Analyze 2 samples. Okay, so we're going to analysis, locomotion.
And the analysis needs to know the foot bones.
Yeah, which bone?
So
which bone to analyze?
Can look for the bones, which would be foot left.
Foot left and foot right. Okay, so bone socket 1, foot left. See, this is going to keep track of where he's, where his foot is, so it matches how he's moving. And then foot right. Okay.
So we put foot left and then foot right. And once we have done that, he knows where the planting is happening.
See, now
so
it
when
looks...
we press analyze, he will match the animations to the...
Analyze. I don't know if I can show a lighting only detail wireframe. I'm going to let show mesh edges, show developer, show lighting components, post-processing. No, I guess not. I guess we can. Okay.
Right point on the axis. It might have been a little bit subtle because my initial points weren't too bad. But with this blend space now, we can press analyze. He will match the animations to the right.
Aha. Okay. So so this is when he's walking. Here, play. Oh, analyze 2 samples. Analyze. Oh, control. Okay. Got it. Control. See? There you go. See what he's doing? So the run transit, it doesn't just snap from a walk to run. It now transitions all of the bones to a run and walk. See? It's like that. But we want to do this so that it's more like this, maybe. He does it here, but I'm going to do it way out here. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what it looks like. Oh shit. Compile, save, Valley. Okay, now let's see if he transitions into running. Oh, we haven't connected it yet. Yeah. There's more to the
point on the axis. It might have been a little bit subtle because my initial points weren't too bad. But with this blend space now.
Yeah, now we go into the walk run state. Yeah, walk run state.
We can drag this in.
BS walk run.
Initial points weren't too bad.
Yeah, walk run state. Yes.
But with this blend space now, we
can do bullshit walk run. Okay. Whoops, not that one. Good. BS walk run.
Drag this in.
Plug it in.
And use our ground speed to drive
the axis, the speed axis. Get ground speed. Ding. See, because that's a variable, you can search for it right in there. It was just a variable that we added.
The axis. So
okay, so compile, save.
If we now hit play, you can see the character following the mouse and blending from an idle to a walk to a run. So in a very short time we have...
Let's see if that's true. Okay, so now we're idle, now we're walking, and now we transition into running. There it is. Well, well, well. I would rather him transition a little bit later, because it's hard to tell, like, where the... Why don't we put that over here? There, save, valley, walk, run. There, see, now he's kind of like, it takes him a little while to transition. Good. Good.
Have our character running around in the world and reacting to our input, which is pretty cool. So as the bot is...
Okay, the AI controller. This is where we'll continue next time.
Dungreen47 said, okay. Fun stream.
Elder Calvé House said, we'll continue in Shard 3 with AI controller, and we'll finish the rest of the game.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the time. We've gotten through 52 minutes of it, and we're skipping one thing at the end, which is camera shake. I don't care about camera shake. We're not going to add camera shake. Yeah, so we'll definitely finish it next time. There's a couple things left to do. There's the AI controller. We have to add a door, and we have to add a pressure plate. You know, some logic around that. We also have to add orbs that you can drop, and then that pretty much is the game, I think. So yeah, and then we also have to add effects, sound effects, yeah, just stuff like that, and we can do all of that in the next episode.
Hope you guys had as much fun learning Unreal Engine 5 as I did.
5230, how would I remember that? Well, AI controller, that's where we left off, and that's obviously where we'll continue. Alrighty, so like I said, the one last time before we leave, anybody can do this as well. If you have a PC with a semi-decent graphics card. So Sonic could do this. He could build a version of this game. Dunbrine said he is interested in doing a version of this game. Snuffleupagus might actually try. This is a great first game, you know, because I'm cutting through the muck, and I've already demonstrated that that I finished this game once. We're just doing it again. I like this one a lot better than the first one that I did. Yeah, see, because it just looks more interesting. Okay, so let's save all, and remember to save all before you close. It will prompt you if you didn't save everything. And then one thing I like to do is to close these tabs without accidentally closing. How do you close a tab? Well, let's not guess. Press a button and nuke the whole project. Yep, and then you don't have to do that. You can just close and then poof, that's it. See? Okay, let's do quick end credits. This is the music that you hear while you watch the credits. There she goes. Oh yeah, let's turn the display capture off. Okay, that was fun. Oh, I forgot to remove the C. Shit. I forgot to remove that.
Elder Colvey House said, uh-oh. Was the sea blocking a lot of stuff in the tutorial?
I hope not. Who was overseeing tonight? Colby Butt? Stream elements?
Sonicu's 3 minutes said, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Somebody probably would have
47
mentioned it.
said, don't think so.
Yeah. In fact, if you don't know, then that means it didn't. Okay, Dunbrinerton was here and Sonic Stream. Nightbutt. It's now watch. It'll miss Mr. Milkman. Why does it think Mr. Milkman doesn't exist? He was here. Oh, so was Madame Roast Beef. I think it just shows the people that are here at the end. And then Davis Tavern followed. Alrighty. Now we are going to raid a development stream.
Looks like most of UE5's interface is on the left and top of the screen.
Yeah, there's
Let's raid a game dev stream.
Yeah, and
Nice.
like the settings and the variables are in like the right. Usually, I mean, you can move anything around. Completely configurable interface. Yeah, it is extremely deep, as you've seen. I mean, I've never seen a piece of software so
Beth
deep.
Shadow Killer said, night all.
Okay, that was the end credits. Now, why don't we, okay, we have to find somebody to raid. And we're going into software and game development. Let's see, adding an elevated message. Adding elevated message. Support to your text-to-speech app for Twitch. Oh, really? Some techie girl is building a text-to-speech app. She's, somebody's using a Pomodoro method to build games. Now that's kind of cool. Linux Home Lab, 3D printing and Lego. That's okay. Code help and advice. Ooh. Fist of the Forgotten development. Unreal Engine 5 game dev. Yeah, let's do it. It's a platform adventure game. Okay, let's do it. Let's raid these guys.